Banjo. I'm going to go through the charges one by one and ask if you're pleading guilty or not guilty. Possession of bands of notes or small bands of notes. How do you plead?
Guilty.
If you could make sure you're speaking with your chest for me, sir.
Guilty.
Thank you. Accomplice to practicing medicine without a license. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
Okay, and accomplice to reckless endangerment. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
Okay.
Forgot that I had my name. Whoops.
And Miss Hart, same process with you. How do you plead to accomplice of practicing medicine without a license?
I'm not guilty.
Accomplice to reckless endangerment?
I'm not guilty.
And accomplice to kidnapping of a government employee?
Not guilty.
Okay, prosecution, your opening statement when you're ready.
Ladies and gentlemen of the court, Your Honor, on the evening of November 27th, 2021, police descended upon the lighthouse at Cape Catfish, responding to concerns conveyed to them regarding the welfare of Cadet Crystal Clear. During these proceedings, the court will likely hear arguments that Mr. Banjo and Miss Hart acted in good faith, operating in the capacity of medical professional and emotional support, respectively. The defense will argue that the actions taken by Mr. Banjo and Miss Hart displayed an abundance of care and concern for Cadet Clear's well-being. It is the assertion of the people, however, that this is little more than a flimsy attempt to excuse their reckless behavior and sugarcoat the malicious facade that put their own self-interest and deranged curiosity above the autonomy, comfort, and well-being of their so-called patient. Through witness testimony, people intend to illustrate that Mr. Banjo and Miss Opal Hart deceived their victim, Cadet Crystal Clear. They misrepresented their capacity and their intentions, and their actions were truly reckless and deceitful. Thank you.
May it please the court. Trying to do the right thing. We've all been there when we're placed in a situation that quickly changes from calm and peaceful to chaotic and dynamic. My clients lived through one of these situations on November the 27th and were charged with multiple crimes for their hardships. Not only was my client Opal Hart only there to support Mrs. Clear, but my other client, Benjamin Banjo's actions as a prosthesis clearly fall under the lack of need of license for medical doctor in Los Santos. These individuals tried their best to keep Miss Clear from hurting herself, and instead of being rewarded for their actions, they were charged and treated as criminals. Here today, we are going to prove that not only did Miss Hart and Mr. Banjo do nothing wrong, they came to the situation with a clear head and understanding of the line they should not cross with the feelings of Miss Clear, and tried to help someone who had been stirred up into a flurry. You are going to hear a lot of different testimonies today, but in the end, there are three questions we have to answer. Was Miss Clear kidnapped by my clients? Was a medical procedure done by my clients on Miss Clear on the 27th of November? And did my clients place Miss Clear into immediate harm? We're going to answer these questions today and bring clarity to the whole situation.
Okay, prosecution, you may start with the witnesses when you're ready.
Prosecution would like to call Cadet Crystal Clear to the stand.
Okay, Cadet Clear, come on up.
Crystal. So, good luck.
All right.
To the box, please.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, when you're ready.
A lot of eyes on me, huh? Okay.
You're okay, Miss Claire. Just take a deep breath and focus on me if you get nervous. Can you tell me what happened the evening of November 27th?
It's been a while, so there may be events that I can't recall or.
That's quite okay, just to the best of your ability.
All right. Well, Galactic, my friend, Roman Shaps, I think, said how he's gonna go get me the toes. He says that Pillbots can't make it, so they'll be fine. And he ended up taking me to his place by the lighthouse, along with Opal and what's his name? Banjo as well. And I was really excited. I was like, oh,
Objection,
yeah,
Your
I'm
Honor.
gonna finally
Narrative.
get my.
The question was quite an open question asked.
Then objection, Your Honor. Calls for narrative.
Yeah, no, that's going to be sustained.
Can you tell me what happened after you got to the lighthouse?
Oh. They told me to. Well, I laid down on the table and they explained the procedure of what they're going to do, like the surgery they were gonna do, and that started making me have doubts, and I ended up having a call from Cy Carter.
I'm going to object again for narrative. I would request that more pointed questions be asked of this witness.
When you began having doubts, did you vocalize these doubts to the defense?
Yes.
And what did the defense retort? What did they do in response?
Along the lines of, you got this, you'll be fine, it's okay. Try to reassure me.
At any point, did they explain to you the risks of the procedure?
I don't recall.
At any point, did they offer an alternative to the procedure that was going to be done?
I don't recall.
Can you
No.
recall if they informed you that it would be an invasive?
Objection, Your Honor. Leading.
Did they tell
this
you
is
what
spicy.
kind of procedure it would be?
Oh, yes, he said it's gonna be like a straw going through a cup. And I freaked out. I tried running out the door, but then I had under anesthesia or something, that because I couldn't move my legs, so I ended up crawling out the house. Then he grabbed hold of me and tried to bring me back to the house.
Was the anesthesia administered before or after you vocalized your doubts?
In between.
So while you were saying that you were uncomfortable, they administered.
Objection, Your Honor.
anesthesia,
Leading.
correct? It's a clarifying question, not a leading question.
I believe that. I believe it's still leading in its whole form and pushes more past clarification.
I'm going to agree with Shapiro. You're essentially just making a statement and saying right at the end of it, which is in itself inherently leading. I know what you're trying to get at. I just think there is a better way you can ask it.
Cadet Clear, could you explain you mean by in between?
I can't remember clearly because I was kind of a. Like along the way, they would reassure me that it'll be fine. And I've been having doubts all the way through.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab
So you're
foods.
having doubts since the beginning?
Objection, Your Honor.
Rephrase.
Okay.
Did you have doubts before arriving to the lighthouse?
No, it's when they started explaining the procedure.
Did they
And
only start to explain the procedure at the lighthouse?
yeah, before they did it, also when I had the call from my friend Cy Carter,
Okay. What did you do after you received the phone call from Cy Carter?
I panicked because it made me think that yeah, maybe this isn't right. And I ran out the door.
Did they try to prevent you from running?
Yes. I mean, they already did with the
Objection, Your Honor. Narrative.
Yeah.
See, I don't understand how that bitch is running with no
Okay, that one I'm going to
tires.
overrule.
Yeah, yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
At any point were you in direct contact with Officer Bloom?
Can she repeat that question, Your Honor?
At any point were you in direct contact, let me correct myself, with Deputy Bloom?
Only afterwards when he saw me being carried by Galactic because they were trying to bring me back to the house. That's when I saw Bloom.
Had you discussed this procedure with Bloom at any point prior?
Not the procedure, but to get that I was going to be getting my toes.
And how was he in reception to this news?
Objection, Your Honor. Calls for speculation.
It calls for her interpretation of a conversation.
Still calls for speculation, Your Honor.
So I am going to overrule you, but I'm only going to have her speak on direct actions she witnessed from Bloom as an outcome. Like, if she does start to speculate, I will strike her from the record.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So can you repeat the question?
In your discussion when you told Deputy Bloom that you were getting toes, how did he seem to react?
Well, I told him on the phone, I think. Sounded pretty happy for me.
Do you remember where you were when you had this conversation?
It was on the phone.
Objection, relevance.
Withdrawn. Finally, at any point, did you feel at all trapped, threatened, or endangered by the defendants?
Yes.
Would you care to elaborate?
Objection, Your Honor. Calls for narrative.
It calls for timeline.
It calls for a narrative.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Shapiro. I think there is a more pointed way to ask that question.
Can you recall the exact point where you felt any of those feelings, trapped, threatened, or endangered?
And they were about to perform the procedure. And when they started running after me as I was crawling away. Towards the lighthouse.
Okay, thank you. I have no further questions at this time.
Okay, do you guys have any cross defense, or are you going to save it for your direct?
We will save it for our direct, Your Honor.
Okay, in that case, Miss Clear, you may step on down, but please, you are not free to leave.
Oh, I feel thrust. Sorry, I'm kidding. Yes, sir.
What? Oh, it's a bit.
It's a good bit.
Okay.
No, no, no.
At this point,
I'm
the
back.
prosecution would like to call
Sorry.
Deputy Bloom to the stand.
Sorry. Thank you.
How you doing, Bloom?
Doing great. How are you?
Good. Always been kidnapped 3 times today, but
Oh,
it's easy to
Not
talk a
bad.
little bit out of it. So,
Raise your left hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury to help you, Han?
help me home.
This witness has been sworn in, Your Honor.
okay, when you're ready.
Deputy Bloom, do you recall the conversation that you had with Cadet Clear regarding?
I believe that's still. I believe that's. No, never mind. Never mind, Your Honor.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if that's a narrative to a yes/no question, you're.
Yeah, it's. I think I'm just gonna let them have this one, Your Honor.
Was she able to tell you details about the procedure during this conversation?
The topic of the conversation was her excitement of the procedure, not the details of it.
Did she indicate where the procedure will be taking place?
Time of the phone call, she was at Pillbox Medical.
So to clarify, is that what you assumed would be, or did
Correct.
she?
I'm going to object to leading.
Yes, John. Did she mention if this procedure was being performed by doctors?
She did not.
And when did you next hear from Cadet Clear?
She called me screaming for approximately 2 to 3 seconds. Maybe 30 minutes after that original phone call.
And what did you do next?
Objection, Your Honor. Calls for narrative.
Were you able to locate Cadet Clear after that phone call?
An attempt was made, however, I wasn't able to until Cy Carter called me.
And Cy Carter told you where she was?
Objection, Your Honor. Leading.
Yes, John. What was discussed in your phone call with Cy Carter?
He informed me that I'm going to be at his mercy, which is not the case. However, he told me that with the information he was about to give me, I would have to go easy on him the next time. I see him.
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay.
Yep, just saying. Ty Carter isn't here to testify as to the words that came out of his mouth, so I'm afraid that is sustained.
Regarding Cadet Clear, what did Mr. Carter tell you?
I'm
was at
going
the
to
White House
object to
against her
hearsay again.
The testimony is in the police report submitted for evidence, Your Honor.
I will object to anything that Cy Carter is not here to clarify on, Your Honor.
I will rephrase.
Okay, give me a couple minutes. Okay, looking at the police report, none of these statements are directly from Cy Carter. They are all from what other people have heard from Cy.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm skipping ahead. When you arrived at the lighthouse, what did you see?
When I arrived, I saw Ursula Leisenberg, I believe her name is, who owns the property, sitting on a lawn chair in her front lawn, which was mildly concerning, however was not my main concern. Shortly after, I'd give it maybe 7 to 10 seconds, I saw 3 individuals, with one of them, Roman Shax, carrying Crystal Clear on his shoulder, up from the shoreline towards the house.
And what did you do upon witnessing this scene?
Immediately drew my gun and ordered them to release Crystal Clear and submit to police custody.
Did they cooperate?
Yes, it was a little bit hesitant, however, there was no resisting arrest.
Okay, and did Miss Clear require any medical attention from Pillbox Medical?
Yes, she was under an anesthetic that was given to her by an untrained medical professional.
Were EMS called to see?
Objection, Your Honor. I'm going to object to facts, not evidence. I don't believe any medical report was submitted to substantiate anything along that line of Miss Clear receiving medical.
Withdrawn. No further questions.
Okay.
May I have a few moments to talk with my co-counsel, Your Honor?
Yes, you may.
Sorry. Summers.
We have no questions for this witness, Your Honor. And we will not be recalling this witness, Your Honor.
I'll hang out.
Alright, at this point, the prosecution would like to call Deputy William Thatch to the stand.
Edward.
Sorry,
William Thatch was a psychiatrist, I think.
my apologies.
Was. Rest in peace.
He's not dead.
Please raise your left hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury, so help you, Han?
I do. So help me, Han.
Okay, but hang on, before we start, I'm gonna tweet again that I'm in court and people should stop freaking calling me. Apologies.
Just set yourself to a wave, sir.
Dude, I wish we could. Did you know the DOJ app doesn't have statuses?
That would be nice, honestly.
It would be incredibly nice. Okay, when you're ready.
No, the witness has been sworn in, Your Honor.
Alright, thank you.
Good evening, Deputy Thatch.
Oh.
Can you tell me what your initial involvement in the events that took place on the evening of November 27th was?
Absolutely. I was, on this night, partner to Deputy Bloom.
Okay. And when you arrived at the lighthouse...
Objection, Your Honor, leading.
Okay.
We haven't established him arriving at the lighthouse at all. Good question.
It would be Lax Foundation.
Lax Foundation. I don't know why I said leading. Thank you, Your Honor.
We have already
Honestly, I'm
established-
going to overrule you just for the sake of brevity, because otherwise we're going to say, did you go to the lighthouse? Yes. And then when you arrived at the lighthouse, what?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
So once you arrived at the lighthouse, did you see the same scene that Deputy Bloom testified to?
Affirmative. When we arrived at the lighthouse, the first thing we saw was Ursula Leichenberg on the front lawn of her home, which is the big, large home just outside the lighthouse. We pulled up and we got out of our vehicle, and within seconds, we witnessed 3 individuals coming up the stairs from the lighthouse, one of which was carrying Crystal Clear on their shoulder. I believe it was Roman Shax.
And when you approach these individuals, what? Sorry, just 1 second. When you approach these individuals, did they offer explanation for what was happening?
We first made sure that everybody was detained, and then we started taking testimony from everybody.
Were you directly involved in any of the testimonies taken?
Yes, I was. I took direct testimony from Roman Shax and from Benjamin Banjo.
In Benjamin Banjo's testimony, did he indicate at any point that he was a medical doctor?
No, he did not say that he was a doctor. He said that he worked on making prosthesis, and I believe he said he worked within the confines of humane labs.
And did he at any point explain what they were at the lighthouse to do?
Yes, he did. Benjamin Banjo had told me that he had designed toe prosthesis for Crystal Clear, and that the process to attach them to her body was to drill holes into her feet, insert steel rods, and then place the prosthesis on the steel rods.
Isaac.
Did he say who would perform this procedure?
I believe he did not specify a singular person.
I might end up saying
When speaking on the actual act of drilling, I believe he said we, as in whoever was.
Objection, Your
performing
Honor.
the surgery.
Speculation. I'm hearing a lot of I believes and not affirmatives.
He is recalling to the best of his ability this was.
Yeah, I believe. Oh my God! See, now I'm doing it. So, yeah, I'm under the impression that Fancy's using that term to say I believe, as in it's what he believes in his memory, not he's trying to interpret someone else's actions or meanings behind their words.
Okay. It's a trigger word for me. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, you even got me doing it as soon as you did it. All right, so you may continue, Touch.
Like I said, yeah, it was 3+ weeks ago, I believe. So now I'm doing it all the time.
See, now we're all aware of it. Yeah.
So it is a slight bit hard to recall exact words used, but to answer the question more clearly, there was not one specific person pointed out saying this was the person performing that surgery. It was, in my speaking to him, more of an all-encompassing.
No further questions at this time. Thank you, Miss Deputy Patch.
She just called me Miss?
No,
Nice.
Miss.
Oh, I thought I heard Miss.
You should start calling me Captain, in my opinion.
Thank you, sir.
All right, do you have any cross-examination?
May I speak to my co-counsel 1 moment?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, hi. What's
There you
wrong?
go. No, I'm just saying hi.
Oh, hey.
You look like Riv.
I am Riv.
Why are you talking like that?
I'm eating a granola bar.
I have one question, Your Honor.
Bad
Okay.
timing. I stuffed the whole thing in my mouth.
Nice.
Mr. Thatch, do you believe that feet are gross?
What
Objection
okay.
kind of
relevant.
question is
I'll
that?
answer the question if you'll allow it.
What kind of
I mean,
question
it's
is
going to be
that?
on the record on your opinion of feet.
Fine.
And I think we all need to know this.
What the fuck?
Okay.
I'm a very sexual person, and so personally,
Oh.
I don't really find feet all that attractive. However, if my partner at the time is into that, I will suck toes all night
Ew.
long.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Goodness. And we're here about missing toes. Oh god. No further questions, Your Honor.
Any redirect on that bizarre question?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
I do, Your Honor. Regarding the last comment.
You know what? Fine, Abdul.
DBT,
Yes, former mayor Abdul.
would you do anything for your partner?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Now, give me a call, Abdul.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We are not
you.
calling this witness as redirect. Or as
Okay. Well, you may step on down, Captain.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're free to leave as well if you wish to do so.
That was disgusting.
Okay. Any other witnesses you'd like to call?
Has Drea Johnson appeared?
She has not. At this time, I would like to issue a warrant for failure to appear for Mr. Air Johnson. She was aware this was happening.
Damn.
There are no further witnesses.
Thank you,
Okay, Nevin, any evidence you'd
Sergio,
like me to go over?
for the follow.
There is evidence that I would like to highlight at this time, yes.
Okay. Please do.
We're here in support of Opal.
If it pleases the court to draw your attention to defense evidence C, Galactic Enterprises, a Humane Labs subsidiary.
Okay.
There are 3 sections that I would like to draw attention to. First, in potential staff,
Bloom
Roman
said that
Schatz,
he wouldn't be
identified
opposed to
as an
sucking toes.
astrophysicist
Mhm.
whose intent was to pursue
That's all.
scientific inquiry and technological advancement, at no time mentioning medical.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you there. I do not want testimony here or any kind of testifying.
Thank
I
you,
just
Your
want
Honor.
What you want to draw my attention to.
Mm-hmm.
And still under potential staff, Benjamin Banjo and his PhD in the study and design of prosthesis. As well, on the final page, services offered, conducting clinical trials and tests to analyze conditions. Beyond that, prosecution would like to move to dismiss evidence. E?
Objection, Your Honor. This should have been done before the court case even happened. There were preliminary issues with the evidence. Should have been brought up before we were here today, and the case was already structured.
Okay.
Your submission of
Hilarious.
evidence at the final hour.
Hell.
There were more than 72 hours before the case was to occur when that evidence was given, and you were given ample opportunity
literally a
to
gobstopper.
object.
Which evidence am I looking for? I can't even find it on the docket.
Evidence E. It's
The
at the
photographs of the lighthouse.
near the end.
Right? She was just there. And we haven't even gotten to their testimony yet, so... And I may have to dip to go talk to Bob Moss, so...
Okay, yeah, no, I'm gonna keep those on. I had accepted them already. You did have a chance to rebut.
Understood. Prosecution rests.
Can we have
Okay,
about
in
a
that case.
5-minute break, Your Honor?
Yeah, I'll have a quick 5-minute recess before
Thank
we
you
go out.
very
Let's
much.
Come back at 1:15.
I gotta go check my phone.
Okay. Come here. No, I have to be.
I heard something disturbing.
What?
I heard something that probably means something bad.
What do you mean? Yeah.
Oh, I heard something about a bounty, but apparently it's not on me, so.
Oh,
Well,
I thought you were talking about the court case. I was
yeah.
like, oh god.
No.
I was about to be like,
Wow, I actually don't have anything to worry about right now.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to hear back from someone. Daisy?
Are you on the phone still?
No.
Okay, get it now. Open another.
I don't think that's Daisy.
Okay. I thought it was. It sounded like it for a second.
I think she wouldn't have a bucket hat on.
Well,
Oh,
Daisy's had a day.
you might have seen me that, I added you to the, event company.
Ah. You. Oh, wait. Event company. You got.
Yeah, McMoose Events.
Hell yeah.
Yep, I got 4 businesses approved today, 3 of which were mine.
Hell yeah.
4th was Opal's.
Sugar Daddy's got approved!
It did?
Yes. Alright, I'm having inner demon issues. Yes.
Hell
I gotta
yeah.
break the news door myself, which was great.
Hell yeah.
Wait, I got hired at McMoose events too. Oh my god. Yeah, Sophia got to tell me and I cried because I was having a really weird
Because it's
day.
for the event thing on the 28th.
I'm so happy for you.
Oh, I finally have an actual license to have my business. Good day for it, you know, like my birthday back in Australia, to get something good like that. Sophia, I'm glad it was you who told me, sweetheart. This is making me so nervous.
You got this.
I don't.
Yeah.
Honestly,
the thing is,
considering
literally didn't do anything, so I don't know how I'm even charged.
Considering one of the prosecution's witnesses just admitted that he would suck toes, I think you got
He's
this
literally
in the bag.
kicking her ass, literally.
Yeah.
Like everything she says, like rejecting. Just standing there awkwardly, like, please, inner demons, go away.
Well.
No.
She sounds
She
like
keeps
she's
asking
just,
and leading
like,
questions.
She's being like their friend instead of like the lawyer.
Like
she's trying to be like, oh hi darling, how was your day today? Instead of like, what happened?
I think she's new to prosecution. So.
Yeah, cause like
she seems like really sweet. That's what I mean by that. Like she seems like she actually genuinely cares instead of being a lawyer.
Yeah.
She doesn't give a shit. Just asking.
Cause like the majority of her questions were leading. I will.
They are saying, like, oh, so like you felt like this, right? How are my inner demons sounding, by the way? Really bad?
They're quieter than usual.
I was thinking about,
Really?
you know, how loud my voice box is because I'm really nervous about it. I'm excited, Sophia, to help you with that because I really have been wanting to help more with events. We've got an event coming up. I don't know if Rain has spoken to you, V, actually. So I met someone who is part of the VU, and they said that they wanted to do something Sugar Daddies about because it's pretty much me. I said I would like +1 to help me. So it's going to be +1 Sugar Daddies and VU collaborating on an after party for the winter formal.
Gotcha.
So I had the idea to make it like
a,
like, you know, after, you know how like on the other side of the world it's like summer and like after holidays. I feel like that is the vibe because it's gonna be like swimsuits and hot tubs. So it's like after the winter formal, warm back up, and like come and go in the hot tub. In your bikini.
One at a time, each of you take a look at this. Josh, you go first.
Sophia. Oh my god.
Alright. Alright, Veronica, you're up.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, I love it.
Opal, you're
Alright,
up.
is it my turn? Oh, it's you! Oh,
Yup,
what does it...
yup.
Wait, what does the tag say? Oh, I love that, Sophia. That's so cute.
Yeah.
Oh. Dude, you know what you should do? You should charge like heaps and do custom plushies for people as cows.
Oh, so we're...
I don't make them myself, though, is the
Oh, you
problem.
don't?
And I have
Oh,
to
I thought you
pay out
did.
of
I did not
city money
recognize
to
you,
do.
holy
Oh, I literally thought you did all that yourself.
No.
Are we
I
due
have...
back in the
Oh.
courtroom?
Maybe. I'm having very
Not if
bad
the
demon
judge
issues
is
right
out here now.
Oh. Okay. I am gonna make a quick phone call.
Okay.
I'll be back in. Well, assuming the person's off the phone.
No, I shouldn't have this mindset. I'm gonna make the I'm gonna complete the challenge. No matter what it takes.
I know.
Big hats. That's what it's called.
I just said curly hair, male.
Hey, Bob.
Hey, Veronica, what's going on?
I'm free-ish now. Just at a friend's court case if you're available.
Yeah, I'm at Roosters, but I can come down to the courthouse.
Alright, I'll just be in the courtroom when you get here. I can come out and all that.
Yeah, I'll text you when I get there.
I won't see it if I'm in the
Oh, that's right. I'll walk in
courtroom.
then, yeah.
Alright. I'll see you when you get here.
All right, sounds good.
Yep, bye.
Bye.
I'll look.
My appointment's coming down here.
Your Honor, the defense calls Opal Hart to the stand.
Okay, Miss Hart, coming up.
Okay, this is the part we care about, so this is perfect timing.
Please raise your left hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury, so help you, Han?
Yes.
The witness has been sworn in, Your Honor.
Can you take your name for the court record?
Opal Hart.
Do you recall any major events that occurred on the 27th of November, 2021?
I was texted to go to my boss Roman Shack's house and to help support someone who was my friend, Crystal Clear.
And how well do you know Miss Clear?
We've hung out a few times. I'm not super close with her, but I consider her a friend.
Did you fully know what Miss Clear was coming to see Dr. Banjo and Roman Shacks for?
No, I didn't.
At any time, did you conduct or help in conducting any medical procedures on Miss Clear?
No, I didn't.
So how were you able to support her in that time?
We were telling jokes and taking funny photos, and I held her hand and talked to her.
Did Miss Clear at any time say she no longer wanted to be there?
Not that I recall.
At any point, did she ask you or anyone else to contact someone for her help?
No.
Did Miss Clear ever show any noticeable irregular behavior during her time on the property?
Yes.
Can you describe some of that behavior?
Yeah. She was happy and excited at first, and then after she was in the building, she became a little bit distressed, and then she ran away.
So, on that, at any point did you try to stop Miss Clear from leaving?
No.
Did you at any point help anyone else hold Miss Clear against her will?
No.
At any point did you help anyone with a medical procedure beyond being there to support Miss Clear?
No.
At any point did you help anyone put Miss Clear in a danger to your knowledge?
No.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Miss Hart, you mentioned that Roman Shax is your boss? Was he the one who asked you to come along as moral support?
Objection, Your Honor, asked and answered.
Not asked or answered.
Overruled. It's a different line of questioning.
Oh, forgive me. Yes, Your Honor. Forgive me.
He just texted me to come to his lighthouse. And,
Is the lighthouse regularly used for procedures?
Objection, Your Honor. Scope.
Goes towards the medical procedure.
Right.
Done.
I don't believe any medical procedures happen at the lighthouse.
Okay,
There
give me
was
2
one
seconds.
about to happen.
Okay, so during your question, Shapiro, you asked, did she help in conducting any procedures? You replied no, not that no procedures took place. I'm going to infer from that that a procedure may have taken place and allow the line of questioning.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Could you repeat the question?
To your knowledge, is the lighthouse used regularly for medical procedures?
No.
Was it explained to you why this was happening at the lighthouse?
No.
At any point did you attempt to dissuade Cadet Clear from leaving after she became nervous?
Can you repeat that question, please?
At any point did you attempt to dissuade Cadet Clear from leaving once she became nervous?
No.
At any point did you encourage her to continue with the procedure once she was nervous and in distress?
Yes.
No further questions.
Forgive me, Your Honor.
Who didn't silence their phone?
I don't believe I have any questions for redirect, Your Honor.
Okay, and then thinking you start, you may step on down.
The defense would like to call Cadet Crystal Clear.
Okay, Cadet Clear coming up. Can we please call her Deputy Clear? Cadet isn't really meant to be a public-facing title.
Forgive me, Your Honor. Miss Clear.
Ow. Don't worry. I'll be right there.
Yeah, it's still deputy.
Oh, deputy?
Thank you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, deputy. There you go.
All right.
You've already been sworn in, so when you're ready.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon. Forgive me?
She can keep playing if she wants. But
can you state your name for the court record?
Wow, this is the type of shit you'd be getting into.
Just get my stuff back real quick.
Yeah, no worries. Alright, so where would you like to talk?
Anyway, that's quiet, I guess. It's been an interesting week.
Yeah, I've heard like you've been pretty busy lately.
Yeah. +1 stuff and, you know, oof. A lot of things and probably doing things I shouldn't have been.
We all get tied up in things that are probably less than ideal.
Yeah. I think under the tree would be nice.
So yeah, tell me, what's been going on?
Oh, where to begin? You know, I quit drinking a couple months ago and, you know, because it was getting to be a problem and I kind of fell off hard. Went on a bit of a multi-day bender. Josh wasn't too keen on that one. And then yesterday I almost bought cocaine, and the only thing that stopped that was the fact that the dealer was someone who had a moral compass. Which was also something Josh was not too keen on, is he's lost people to that kind of shit.
What kind of set you on this rabbit hole anyway?
It's my cousin's birthday. I kind of passed in a car accident when we were 18, you know. So, it's a bit of a rough time for me, you know. And then everyone was busy and no one was around and I was left to my own devices and kind of just started drinking again. And then when my friend said that he had coke, I was like, it couldn't hurt. But my friend was like, wait, Veronica, aren't you a recovering addict? And I was like, but it won't hurt. And so he didn't give me anything. And then I kind of got in my head about thinking how much I've been hurting Josh lately with things I've been doing.
So just kind of like a cycle of beating yourself up and feeling also the sense of loss and kind of just feeding into itself, right?
Yeah, pretty much. It's just kind of like yesterday, right? We had this +1 event and I feel like I ruined it because I was being all mopey and because I got in my head and I was thinking Josh would be better off without me, and I still think he'd be better off without me because what have I done for him? You know, all I do is bring him hurt and heartache and worry. It's like, oh, is Veronica drinking? Is Veronica going to go do drugs? Like, I don't know. I feel like all I do is hurt him at every corner, you know?
I'm sure he sees more than just hurt though, because he wouldn't still be here otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, my sister said otherwise, but I don't know. I just feel like I'm toxic for him.
One thing that it always helps to remember is that everyone has freedom of choice. You have your choices as well as he has his. He can easily at any point decide that enough is enough and leave you. But he's still here by choice. You're not forcing him. You might think that guilt or something else is taking place, but just as much as he would have to respect any decisions you make, you have to also respect his. So he wants to be with you because he is.
Yeah. It's just I don't know. I've always gotten into this habit of, you know, once I couldn't drink, I started doing a lot of stupid shit. Like things I really shouldn't do. Did you know I let Roman Jack stab me with a lightsaber last month? Just because? I don't know if Rena mentioned that at all. But,
No, I didn't know.
yeah. I let Roman stab me with a lightsaber just because. And then once I realize I can't be reckless, it cycles back into getting down on myself, which cycles back into the drinking and rinse and repeat, and it hasn't been getting any better. I mean, I tried, and I made it like a month and a half, but
Do you find yourself ever questioning what you're going to accomplish by drinking?
kinda. I mean, sometimes it's just there to fill the void.
Sometimes it's important to find something else to fill that void. Usually, activity is the best solution. Find things that you love and that bring you happiness and commit yourself to them.
I have to burp. I mean, I've been writing a lot of poetry, but Josh always says it's a little dark.
But there's nothing wrong with dark poetry. If it's what you're feeling, it gets it out into the world and kind of helps bring you at peace.
Yeah. And for a while, it was kind of how I was communicating with them, because sometimes I'm not so great at putting it into words, It's kind of why it took me so long to talk to you. Because I really haven't had the best experiences with therapy in my past,
Understandable. We're all different. We all do things our own ways. One thing I would tell you to try is keep a separate journal. And I'm sure you keep your own, but keep one specifically for happiness. Things that make you happy. Things that have happened throughout the day, things that have happened throughout the week, whatever it is, things that have made you happy. Someone invited you to go race cars, or someone invited you to just go sit on the beach. If it made you happy, write it down. It helps drown out that negativity that surrounds us.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's also a great way to remind yourself that no matter how bad a day is, there's always something good that happened.
That makes sense.
It sounds silly, though, I know, to some degree, where it's like, it doesn't actually seem like it would be enough to fix something, but it certainly is just good to remember, because sometimes those negative things, anything, can just stand out so strong that the entire day becomes overshadowed by it.
Yeah, I've definitely been feeling that lately.
Yeah, so start trying to find ways to remind yourself of the good. Whenever you're feeling like you need a drink to escape right now, you just gotta ask yourself, what are you actually trying to get away from? Because all you're gonna end up doing is just burying it deeper until it comes back.
Yeah. It's hard to outrun things sometimes. You know. I've had a lot of nightmares lately too. It's mostly, you know, losing Josh, losing my sisters. I mean, I had that massive fight with Reina last, like, what, was it, like 3 weeks ago? She literally knocked me out on the pier because we got into a bit of a disagreement, you know.
What was the disagreement about?
I texted Semolina and said I was taking a leave of absence from the company, and then I kind of maybe ignored their phone calls.
The leave of absence was just because you needed some time to clear your head?
Yeah, I'd been feeling a bit left out and like they didn't really need me anymore, you know?
Well, if they didn't need you, I'm sure they would let you know.
Yeah, it was. I just needed the space, and, you know, Sem said she'd give me the space, and then it turned into a whole thing where, you know, Josh and I were walking at the pier, Rena came up to me, and then I found out that Josh had told Semolina some stuff that I had told him, which was not his greatest moment. But I know it was coming from a place of worry, you know.
Unfortunately, it is still a breach of trust and can leave you
Yeah.
feeling hurt, and I understand. You're not wrong
Yeah.
for feeling it.
And Reina kind of weaponized it, so that made it worse. And I still have some of those lingering feelings, you know, of like maybe they really don't need me, because I feel like I'm not pulling my weight with the company, and that's also been on my mind a lot lately too.
Well, if you feel like you're not pulling your weight, though, is there things that you feel like you can do to improve?
It's kind of like every time I wake up, anything that I could have done has already been done, you know? Like,
Well,
oh,
sometimes it just happens.
yeah. And a lot of it's like, oh, we already talked to this person, or, you know, oh, we already did this thing that you were planning on doing, V. So.
Have you ever communicated that you would like to still be able to do those things? Like, hey, these are the things I'm planning on doing if I'm around. Could you guys just, leave it for me to take care of?
I feel like I did, and that, you know, we were on the same page, but feels like even outside of the company, I'm being left out of stuff with my sisters, and I don't know if it's because I'm in a serious relationship and they're not, or if they just don't want to hang out with me as much.
Sometimes it's just a matter of bad timing, miscommunications. It might be good if maybe we can get a session where you and your sisters all sit down and talk this out too.
Yeah, I've definitely thought about it.
Well, I don't mind mediating if you guys end up wanting to try.
Yeah, I know we've joked about family therapy, but part of me thinks we might need it.
It sounds like it a little bit. Is that something you guys want to consider using then?
I mean, I'd be down. I have to talk to them, but I know they're not around right now. I definitely feel like we just kind of put a band-aid on our issues, you know?
Well, it certainly can feel that way sometimes, and it's important to make sure that when you leave a situation that everyone feels heard. It's part of what I can
You
help
said you
with.
want to do dodos?
Slim.
We can do that. It's up to you.
Maybe I should have chosen a different spot, but honestly, no one was around.
Yeah, no one was around at that moment. We can just wait a moment.
Yep. Good old Slim. He technically works for +1, you know. But,
Oh, yeah?
I think we were just his stepping stone, you know.
Most times that's what it ends up being. But yeah, sometimes it does really just help to have a mediator to let everyone finish their thoughts and everyone can feel heard.
Yeah, I think that's the only way this group of sisters will ever talk anything out fully, you know. 'Cause, we're all a bit stubborn. Don't know how the moms deal with that, honestly.
But sometimes it just boils down to finding that right chance where everyone will listen to each other, or just reminding everyone that everyone's feelings are valid and your feelings are valid. They really are.
And don't get me wrong, I do love my sisters, but sometimes they're a bit much.
Yeah, no one's perfect, that's for sure.
And sometimes their hearts are in the right place, but just, the actions are opposite of the words, you know?
Yeah.
Like yesterday, or was it the other day, you know, they all went and got tattoos, and meanwhile I was alone at the pier. And that one kind of stung.
Did you, I guess, reach out to them to see why they didn't invite you?
I think it just kind of happened, you know? But I had been up in Polito, assuming they were going to come up after they finished their dodo runs, and they never showed up, and then Josh was going to the casino, so I went home and changed and went to Dean World because I thought they'd show up there, and then it was like, oh no, we went and got tattoos and new outfits and all this other stuff.
Have you ever expressed, I guess, directly that you would like to be invited to these things?
Yeah, I think I have. Especially after the fallout of everything, I was kind of like, I just feel like you guys don't include me and stuff, and you know, I thought it was getting better, and then just kind of, you know, stop being better, I guess.
To me, it just sounds like a breakdown in communication at times, and yeah, sometimes random things can just come up. But that's the other thing you have to understand from their point of view, most likely, is, you know, tattoos and outfits might have been just spur of the moment after the dodo. Maybe they saw someone with one and just realized, like, they wanted to go check it out.
Yeah, that's...
Sometimes it's not personal. Sometimes it's just bad timing.
Yeah, it just feels like we have a lot of that lately.
Yeah, because, well, dodo deliveries are like a two-person gig, so those kinds of things happen, but I don't know, maybe just like recommend things that all four of you can do together, or all three, I should say.
Well, we do have a fourth sister now. Ash. Not Ketchup, but, Josiah. So.
Well, that's what I would tell you to do then, is just try to, like, if they're just looking to make money or something, the dodo deliveries are just another way to do it. So is fishing, so is anything really. So it might be better to just find things and remind them that, like, there's more than just two people. Get together and go.
Yeah. It's honestly...
It's about initiative. Like, maybe you just have to be clear in your wants and start the process first.
Yeah, I think the most recent thing we did together was run sanitation with our mother. Which, don't get me wrong, was fun, but sanitation can get real boring real fast.
No, I can see that. So it's just a matter of finding those activities that you guys want to do as a group and doing them, because even dodos is pretty boring after a while.
Yeah. And the markets is getting boring because no one's ever around, and is it really hanging out if we're working?
I mean, whenever I had to work a booth, I just treated it like a hangout because no one ever showed up.
Yeah. It's just been hard because we're not all around at the same time anymore, feels like.
I can definitely play a big role, and that's why it's more important that when you guys are all around, or anyone's around, just to meet up, link up, and do things.
Yeah. 'Cause, you know, everyone wanted to be around today because Opal's got her court case going on. But, you know, that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes.
Yeah.
You know,
What was this
so.
court case about anyway? I saw Crystal on the stand.
Practicing medicine without a license, except Opal didn't actually practice any medicine. I think Roman was gonna give Crystal her new toes? And a bunch of stuff happened. I guess she freaked out and tried to run off, but she'd already been given the anesthetic, and Cy Carter's involved, because I guess Cy Carter's the one who called the police. Or something. Something along those lines. But somehow Opal got charged with all this stuff, even though she was not doing any kind of medical procedure. She was just there.
What about, so like, are they not charging Roman?
I think Roman managed to outlast his warrant, maybe? Because I know there was a warrant out for his arrest at one point. But Opal turned herself in, you know, pled not guilty, and then Roman never turned himself in.
Yeah, Opal shouldn't have turned herself in.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
I'm just hoping it turns out in her favor, considering she didn't actually do anything except hold Crystal's hand.
I'm surprised it turned into a case like this.
Right.
I mean, I get the city doesn't seem to take very kindly to private practice, but they kind of should, to be honest.
Well, I think Roman technically does have his license and like has like his business set up officially through the city. So I think that's
Doctors don't seem to take kindly to people practicing medicine.
yeah, that's what I've heard, that they're not his biggest fans.
I think that there's nothing wrong with a little healthy competition, especially considering the fact that the hospital doesn't always have doctors on staff.
Right. And you know what? He gave Semolina a foot that can talk. Because she had a run-in with a guy who turned her into Halloween props. Which is not her smartest moment.
Yeah, I know.
She's just kind of... Hello!
Hope you're enjoying your therapy.
Was that Hardy?
I have no idea who he is.
But yeah, that was not like I was ready to actually like kill someone like legitimately after that happened. Like,
yeah, I'm not sure why she decided to allow that if she did partially.
Yeah. I mean, the guy apparently asked, "Oh, do you want to be a Halloween prop?" and she said yes. So, but to be fair, she was just recovering from a concussion. So, that probably played a role.
Did you guys ever find out who he was?
Oh, yeah. And he was arrested, but never charged. Don't know what happened there. It was, Samuel Haynes.
he's like the creepy guy that always goes around.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going? You want to buy some props or something like that?
Yeah. Exactly. That guy. And
Makes sense.
you know, and he asked like right in front of like Ash and Raina, so like they knew who she went off with. So
Wait,
it
they
wasn't
didn't stop her though?
apparently not. Like, I think I was off with Josh doing something, and I get a call saying that Sem was in the ICU. So that was an interesting night. And then like the entire family was ready to hunt this guy down and kill him, which was kind of terrifying.
It's just like shocking to me that they let her go alone with him.
Yeah. Don't know what their thought process was, honestly, but I think they thought she could handle herself, and then, you know, he
After a
stole her
concussion.
foot and severed her hand and all that, so. But we did get the family wheelchair out of it, so that lasted us a while.
I guess I'm just kind of shocked that they let that happen.
Oh, you and me both, Bob. You and me both. Just, you know, letting your sister go off with a guy in a creepy pumpkin mask who asked, do you want to be a Halloween prop? Granted, I had a coworker let me go off with a deranged Barbie doll to the end of the pier with my then boyfriend, so you know.
But you weren't alone.
Yeah, but then she zip tied Josh's hands and took my arm, and I got it back, but October was just a very traumatic month, honestly.
Yeah, was that like was she like the bride of Chucky?
No, she was her name was Warby. Don't know what happened to her. The police did take her into custody, but she never showed up in the newspaper.
Weird.
Yeah, I think Bundy was the cop that handled it, so.
Well, damn. But yeah, I would say maybe we just need to have a talk with all your sisters if we can, and try to work this out between you all.
Yeah, I'd be agreeable to that.
For now, I would just say practice being more upfront with when you want to do things with them, and if they don't include you, don't think that they're leaving you out so much as unfortunately just timing happens, because sometimes we do just get busy.
Yeah, and I think I'm guilty of that too. But they also just think whenever Josh and I go off, we don't want to be bothered. Sometimes it's just like there's too many people around. Because you've seen our friend group around, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can agree that they can be very overwhelming at times, right?
Of course.
So we'll just like kind of go off on our own for a bit, but they take that to mean like we don't want to be bothered. And I've said to them before, like, no, that's not what that means. It just means we're a bit overwhelmed because there's like 20 people all yelling in your face.
So what you should probably practice doing then is sending them a message the moment you're about to take off and just let them know.
You know, I never actually thought about doing that.
It's a simple thing to do. Just send a text message to each of them just saying, hey, we're not like trying to be rude when we ditch right now. We're just a little overwhelmed by the large group. If you need us, please reach out to when you want to hang out. You know, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, that could probably help
They're
with a
short
lot
and
of
sweet,
things.
and just lets them know that you're not leaving because you don't want to be around.
Right.
You know, it's personal accountability.
Yeah, makes sense. Do have to wonder how it's going in there right now.
Yeah, no
Because
worries.
nobody's come out yet, so I'm wondering if they're deliberating yet, or...
I mean, there's no reason you can't go back to them.
Alrighty. Well, thanks for listening, Bob.
Of course, and you can always reach out. I'll do my best to be there. Our schedules might not always link up, but I'm doing my best too.
I know. The next couple of weeks, my schedule's going to be a little more amenable to being around the city, you know?
Yeah, I feel it.
Got the holidays coming up and all that, so...
Oh, yeah.
Well,
It's been a pleasure talking to you, and feel free to reach out whenever you feel like it, and I'll do my best to be there for you, okay?
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, Bob.
Alright, see you around.
See you around. She did it! She had her first session with Bob! And she actually got a lot off her chest there. So, you know, she got the stuff about, you know, feeling like she's toxic to Josh. She's gonna start keeping a happy journal. So, you know, like a happiness journal. So, we have good boys! We are doing good!
Would it not be conducive to be familiar with all forms of prosthetics available for her procedure?
Oh, I'm sorry. I might have misunderstood your previous question. I thought you were asking for alternatives outside of prosthetics.
Outside of the specific
Hey Josh, can I talk to you outside real quick?
Yeah.
Certainly there are other prosthetics types available. We had discussed the type of prosthetic that Miss Clear would like to have at our previous meeting.
So I just had my first session with Bob.
Okay. Good. Awesome. How did that go?
I think it went really, really well.
Good. Good. Feeling better?
Yeah, I just, you know, he recommended I start keeping a journal of things that make me happy. You know, things that happen that make me happy.
Okay.
You know, so, you know, if I feel like I need to drink or anything, I just kind of have that to look at, you know. Be like, okay, what made me happy today? Also might do therapy with the sisters.
Okay.
Because I talked a little bit about them, you know.
Right.
So, yeah. Okay, you didn't need to...
Sorry, that was a muscle spasm there.
Jeez, I tell you, I finally went to therapy and you trying to square up with me.
Nope, not at all. No idea what you're talking about.
Jesus.
Nope.
Jesus Christ, Josh.
Not at all. Nope, I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
finally, like, after 2 months, I finally go to therapy. And this is what you do.
Love you.
Love you too. But, god damn, how's it going in there?
Honestly, I think Opal's gonna win this. It's going pretty well, I think.
Right. I'm actually staying up a little longer than I planned to because I want to see how this goes.
Same.
But I figured, you know I was gone for like a solid like 15 minutes or so. Actually, I was gonna check my phone, but my phone is at the desk.
Okay.
I was like, son, thank you for the subscription. But you know, we should. Are they close to closing arguments? Do you know?
I don't even know. I think hopefully soon.
Because I thought they'd be deliberating by now, honestly.
Right, but they keep bringing in witnesses to talk. I want to say they're out now, so I think we're starting to in this court case.
Hell yeah. Gotcha. I hope so. Oh, I have to call Daisy back real quick.
Okay.
I just realized, because she called while I was in my session with Bob.
Hopefully she's not talking like a penguin.
Yeah, let me just give her a quick phone call. Oh, God, 30 minutes ago. So, God, I was out there for a while talking to Bob. If she picks up... Daughter of mine, pick up! She's not picking up.
I'm sure she's
Why
fine.
is
Maybe
our
she went to sleep.
Why is our daughter not picking up?
Maybe she went to sleep.
Mom! Oh my god! Oh, you were louder than I thought you'd be.
Oh, sorry.
You're back to normal.
Yeah. So if
Yay.
you say
What was the
POGCHAMP to me,
Oh.
I
That's what it
turned
was.
into a penguin.
That's
Yeah.
what it was. Josh, it was POGCHAMP. Do not say that
What
to
the-
her.
I just teleported.
Or
What
she'll
just
turn
happened?
into a
I feel
Okay.
stupid.
I just teleported.
Right? I feel so stupid. That should have been obvious.
Yeah.
Right? I thought maybe.
Like,
yeah, I know.
It should
Oh,
have been.
Giuseppe. You have. Oh God. Did you amputate his legs? Is that...
Who? What? Amputating legs?
Oh.
Daisy, I'm literally at a court case right now, but practicing without a license.
Oh, no. We're not doing. Yeah, no. Giuseppe fell down. What?
Okay.
What?
But you're okay.
Yeah, I'm okay.
So anytime anyone says POGCHAMP to you, you're gonna switch back and forth?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Daisy?
Huh?
I thought I heard the penguin noise.
Oh, no.
Okay. But, I gotta go see what's going on. I was, busy when you called me.
Oh, yeah. Sorry if I spammed you. I just wanted to let you know that yeah.
Yeah, I figured. I was like, oh, Daisy's calling me, but I was, in the middle of an important appointment that I've been putting off.
Yeah. Oh, I gotcha. Don't worry.
Yep. So, I'll
Oh, wait.
Oh, what?
Can you give me Bob Moss's number?
Yeah, I was actually just talking to him. I'll text it to you. Actually,
Okay,
he should be
thank
in the
goodness.
yellow pages.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I might give him a call.
Oh, Daisy, what's wrong?
No, I'm just a fucking penguin.
Oh, about the penguin thing?
Yeah, I don't know how to cope.
Fair. You know?
Especially when Arabella wakes up. If anyone tells her that the P word is what triggers
she's gonna
spam it.
constantly. Yeah, no one can tell Arabella that the P word triggers you into becoming a penguin.
I know. Oh God. Okay, well I'll let you go now. Bye bye, Veronica.
Yeah. Bye, love you.
Bye bye.
Oh, this is gonna be a mess. It's gonna be a mess.
Do you have that, your own?
Okay, yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. How much of your statement in there is true and came from you?
Not enough of it.
What
Romans on the
discrepancies
sand.
do you have with
Closely with Humane Labs. No, I'm pretty sure I said closely with Pill Box. I may have even said specifically Pill Bots. Those are two easy words to get confused, but I don't think I said Humane Labs. 'Cause that's... Why would I work closely with myself, you know?
Anything further?
I didn't say anesthetic. I didn't say remembering that Cy Carter tried to talk her out of it, because I didn't even know that she had communicated with Cy Carter. I did not say tried to crawl out of the lighthouse, because she wasn't in the lighthouse, she was in the actual house, and she didn't crawl, she ran. We didn't bring her back to the house. Yeah, I mean, that last part where I said she didn't want to go through the surgery anymore, that was true for a time, but it didn't seem like after the conversation at the lighthouse, it sounded like she was, A-okay again.
Thank you for that clarification. So, do you recall?
I'm sorry, there was an objection.
Oh, forgive me.
You are very soft-spoken right now, Gino.
I'm still unable to hear her.
Yeah, luckily,
Objection,
my left ear picks her up.
speculation. The witness is not a psychiatrist. He cannot speak to Deputy Clear's state of mind.
That's fine. I'll just strike that last bit from the record.
Thank you, R. Were you present at the lighthouse property on November 27th, 2021?
Yes.
Were you present when Miss Clear was there?
Yes.
How well do you know Miss Clear?
Clear and I have been good friends and colleagues for quite some time. I want to say well over 2 months at this point. We worked a few shifts at Burger Shot together. We've gone fishing and then had anime battles quite a few times. She's also a stellar employee at Galactic Enterprises.
Objection, narrative.
And a long time.
No,
We've
no,
done a
no,
lot
no, no.
together.
Stop. She objected to narrative, I believe.
Yeah, she did.
Okay. Is Miss Clear an employee of Galactic Enterprise?
Yes.
How long has she worked with Galactic Enterprise?
What's the date today? Is the 13th? Say like 7 weeks or so on the dot.
Interesting. Forgive me one moment. Were you aware that Miss Clear was missing toes?
Yes.
Were you contacted to help resolve that issue?
Yes.
Did you speak with Miss Claire about the treatment itself?
Yes.
Were you able to perform any procedure on Miss Clear?
No.
Was Miss Clear ever in a heightened state?
Yes.
So during her observed heightened state, what did Miss Claire do?
There was once where she yelled, "Stop the process," at which point we stopped the process. She wanted, I think, a picture taken to send to Louis Bloom, if I recall. She stopped it then. It might have been because she wanted to know. No, sorry. We took the picture first, and the second, when she wanted to stop the process, I think it was to decide whether or not she wanted to hit on Opal, because...
Objection, speculation.
No, I'm trying to remember what I... No, I'm just trying to remember now.
What was the objection?
Speculation.
I don't believe he was.
No, I think it's a similar situation to
Yes,
the Thatch, where he's just trying to jog his own memory.
If I recall correctly, I was taking the picture for Bloom, although I was hard to see, and so Opal was going to look for me, and Clear was deciding whether or not she wanted Opal in the room, and then I remember that was a little weird.
Okay. Did Miss Clear ever attempt to leave the room?
When she said, I'm gonna come out and come back in later.
Okay. Did you try to physically stop her from leaving through the front door of the property?
No, we follow the Nuremberg Code, which literally means that she can stop it whenever she wants. It's kind of pivotal to the whole thing.
Was Miss Claire crawling after she left the front door of the property?
Sometime after she left, yes.
Okay. Could you observe the direction she was crawling?
Yes.
What direction was that?
Towards the stairs.
Did you try to calm her down as she was crawling away?
I don't recall speaking to her directly because a lot was going on, but I do remember saying, "Don't go down the stairs. There's sharp rocks and water and such."
So why didn't you physically restrain her while she was crawling down the stairs?
Like I said, we follow the Nuremberg Code, which means, autonomy of the patient is paramount. And so I'm not going to put my hands on something and stop them from doing what they want to do.
Did you follow Miss Clear to the platform of the lighthouse?
I did, while expressing concern that she was swimming with apparently numb feet in rather tumultuous waters.
Did the scene resemble what is shown in Defense E subsection 7?
Yes.
Did you speak with Miss Clear while you were on the platform?
Yes.
What did you speak with her
I spoke with her about how, I understood that she was scared, but, we're friends who want to help her, and that I understand that she's just, like, afraid of the unknown. Like, it's something that's... Is there a cat in here? But it's something that it's actually pretty well researched, and it'll go okay.
Oh, do you need a moment?
Shit. Someone should probably get that cat.
My apologies.
Are you ready to continue, Mister?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Did you both come to an understanding about getting her back to the mainland where she would be safer?
Yes.
Okay. Was she able to be safely ferried across from the platform to the dock?
Yes, I safely ferried her.
Right.
Okay. Did she consent to said ferry?
Pretty sure she's the one who asked me to do it, because I hadn't picked her up. Like, I just let her do her own thing.
Okay.
And she said she was tired.
Did she walk up the stairs at that point? Or crawl up the stairs? Forgive me. Did she crawl up the stairs at that point?
Are we talking when we're back onto the mainland or still at the lighthouse area?
On the mainland. We've made it back to the docks.
On the mainland, she had walked up 2 stairs, and I don't know if I mentioned before this, she was running around next to the dock.
Okay.
But thought she was just going to walk herself back up.
Did you carry her up those stairs?
Yes, at her request.
So she consented for you to carry her up the stairs?
Yes. Like, her asking me to do it is her consenting.
Yeah. Were you present when officers arrived on scene?
Yes.
Did you comply with orders and relinquish Miss Clear in the custody of United Police Department?
Yes, after I finished laughing.
Did you comply with orders and surrender yourself without any complications?
Yes.
Did you create a substantial risk of serious physical injury to Miss Clear?
No. We actually take a lot of care. I could really get into this if you want to let me pop off for a second.
I think we're okay with a simple answer. Did you restrain Miss Clear and take her to another area?
No. Again, the only times I ever touched her was when she specifically requested it. Like,
Did you perform a medical procedure on Miss Clear?
No. Besides that, we have automated systems for that kind of thing.
Thank you, Your Honor. No further questions.
Okay, anything for Cross?
Mr. Galactic, are you a medically licensed practitioner? A licensed medical
Define
practitioner?
licensed.
I don't believe...
Licensed by the state of San Andreas.
So I'm going to go for scope because I don't believe I ever brought up his medical history. I only asked for his occupation.
Oh god, is that telling Dubs?
Give me a second.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Gardley, could you list off your occupation again, as you first said it when you came in?
Yes, Roman Shax, aka Professor Galactic, CEO, CTO, CFO, C3PO, and Cisco Galactic Enterprises, a Humane Lab subsidiary of currently director.
You say it so fast, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm kind of practiced at it. There's a whole rap god mode thing that we did.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna sustain that.
Thank you, Your
He
Honor.
is. I love him. Oh, you should have seen this shit.
These Galactic Enterprises
I love Roman.
sanctioned to perform medical.
You know, Vosh played Scrabble at Roman and Ursula's house.
I believe I'm going to object to scope again, Your Honor.
I'd actually like to answer this one.
Well, I was going to overrule
Sure.
it anyway. So go
You
ahead.
can answer it.
Okay, so this is a really good question because no one at Pillbox will be able to give you a straight answer. In that, I pursued the medical license for my staff.
So, Roman
quite stubbornly
brought
for several
Josh
months,
up to see
and
the
what Dr.
lounge
Alexander Blake
and
told me
left
was
him
that
there
to get a
because Josh
medical
was kind of
license, you
freaking
have
out
to
about
be
being in the spaceship.
hired at Pillbox
So
and work at
Veronica
Pillbox.
goes in after
If you quit Pillbox,
Roman
then lose
leaves the
your
room and
medical
goes,
license.
"Do you want to play
This
Scrabble
is
in here?"
also something Pillbot told me very recently, and he's here, even though Blake isn't. However, when I bumped into Dr. Serge Cross, no longer Doctor, Deputy Serge Cross, early last
For
week,
the
I
record,
think.
he is still a doctor.
Sure, but does he still work at Pillbox? Because
They
he told me he
played
quit, and if what
Scrabble.
Pillbox told me about you quitting Pillbox no longer having your license, then it follows that he's not, then he's not a doctor. Like I said, if you ask someone at Pillbox, it depends on who you ask. That being said, we do work with former Pillbox doctors who were dissatisfied with Pillbox's management structure. So I'm going to go ahead and say yes, because we employ them.
Like,
yeah,
Socks
we
is,
have
like,
licensed medical doctors.
so...
But if you ask Dr. Alexander
Beginning
Blake,
of Vosh and
Blake
Buffett.
or Pillbot, then no. If you ask Cross, then yes.
I appreciate the rant. I don't think you answered the question that was asked.
Because there's no straight answer to that. Like, yes, because we have
Okay.
medical licensed people who used to work at Pillbox. No,
Do
if you
they
ask
have
someone...
current and valid medical licenses?
That's a really good question.
Are they legally capable of performing medical
Objection, Your Honor. Opinion of a lay.
As the director, he ought to know the qualifications of the people he hires.
Okay, again, let me put it to you this way.
Hold
From
up.
what Pillbox
Hold
is
up.
saying-
Hold up. When there's an objection, hold up.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I didn't. Okay.
Yeah, I do agree with you, Shapiro, that he is a layperson to an extent, but I do believe if he is running a business that he has just admitted he believes can perform medical procedures, it is something he should know.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
No worries.
Yeah, again, I'd really like to answer this one.
Yeah, and you may go ahead.
Yeah, also, buddy is here with us specifically this one. Also, at least once in this court, I was recognized as a medical expert. Secondly, again, I pursued the medical license, or at least an understanding of it, for several months and asked quite a few people at Pillbox about it, and was again given conflicting answers by several members of staff, and most recently Dr. Cross, Deputy Cross. So when I say I don't know, it's because the answer is very iffy. There's no actual legislation as to the administration of a medical license. Secondly, DOC now has their own medical license procedures because of previous problems working with Pillbox, and I've seen at least one of those licenses, that of former doctor,
Did you ever
prison doctor.
speak with Dr. Shaw regarding medical licensing?
I was never able to contact him despite trying. He left me on red or just never responded to my text, and at some point someone at Pillbox told me they hadn't seen him in like 4 months.
So you never discussed this with the body responsible for issuing licenses as to how they work?
Not for lack of trying. Again, they gave me several different answers depending on who you talk to. And most recently, and this was really good for us, is I just talked to Dr. Emma Gain and I discussed it frequently enough.
Okay. Do you have
she
any
specifically
current affiliation with Pillbox Medical Group?
I'm banned from there.
Do you have any legally sanctioned authority to perform medical procedures through Galactic Enterprises?
Well, we built Pillbot, Pillbot's a licensed doctor, so I want to say we have a precedent for being able to build autonomous medical machines, which we are working on
At
more.
this point, I would like to bring to the attention of the court in evidence C that Pillbot is described as a Humane Labs treat and assist medical robot in which the prime directive is unknown and
Shapiro, spit it out or stop mumbling.
Forgive me. Are we looking at prosecution C or defense C?
defense C.
Defense C.
I'm done.
Okay, then I'm going to object to counsel as testifying at this point. Then.
Yeah, that one I sustained.
Yeah.
In defense C, does it say who created Pillbot?
No.
I would like to bring
you
to
read?
the court's attention.
If you do it, you're testifying.
Very well.
Can you read your business proposal?
Posey, please.
Hello. Yes. I can. I wrote it. It was manufactured by Humane Labs, and there's a lot of interesting things about Pillbot's history since then that are not reflected on the business proposal.
That is
Specifically,
not pertinent.
There also isn't a question on the floor, so if we can.
How were the prostheses designed by Mr. Banjo to be installed?
Could you clarify? Are you asking about what the installation process would be?
I am asking through which means would they be installed?
Like he said, you insert the rods into the bone, and then
Who
6
would
weeks
be
later,
inserting the rods?
our automated surgical system.
Designed by a medically licensed professional?
Yes?
Sanctioned by the medical body of San Andreas? Pillbox Medical Group?
Again, because I've been giving so many conflicted answers
Yes
about
or
the
no?
state of your medical license, ask Pillbox.
Yes or no?
I cannot answer because Pillbox has told me different things.
Who was the anesthesiologist for this procedure?
Objection, Your Honor. Scope. Again, we haven't gone anywhere inside of any kind of procedure that happened during my questioning of Mr. Shax.
Was it explained to Deputy Clear how the procedure would unfold?
Yes, during our first meeting, I'll just say yes.
Did you explain to her the steps through which she would have to go for the procedure?
Yes, I showed her a GIF. Or GIF.
Did you explain each step of the procedure as it would unfold?
Asked and answered.
A single GIF showed each step and explained it?
Objection, Your Honor. Asked and answered. She's asked the same question 3 times.
Clarification.
I think I agree with you on the second one. I think this one is a little more pointed in question, asking for clarification.
I can answer. Yeah. Pretty simple.
Can you explain for the court the steps of this procedure as explained to Deputy Clear?
Sure. I'd like to clarify that for proper osseointegration, there are two necessary procedures, and the reason that there are two is because in between, you need to allow time for the bone to heal around the prosthetic, especially in the case of a load-bearing prosthetic. Again, for the court, if you imagine, for example,
to the opinion of a layperson, he's not a medical professional.
I believe that she asked him pointedly this question, Your Honor.
No, I asked him what was explained to Deputy Clear. He said he was explaining for the court. That was explained through a gift.
Jax, please don't argue with the prosecution.
You asked him what he explained to Deputy Clear. Whether he's a layperson or not, he still explained something to her. So I'm actually going to let it stand.
Okay, continue.
Okay, where was I? Yeah, so to further clarify, we actually offered Clear two different options for prosthetics, and she actually was already given the first option, which was the suction fit molded prosthetics, which are then wrapped so the big toe is sort of wrapped around the next toe for additional support. And then I also clarified to her that she cannot use these suction fitted prosthetics without shoes on because they are good, but they're not great, especially not compared to osseo-integrated prosthetics. So with osseo-integrated prosthetics, you use the rods, and then you have to make sure that the bones heal around the rod. Otherwise, the situation you get is kind of like rebar stuck in a broken brick. If you wiggle the rebar around, you damage the brick around it. So if you only do one surgery, you are destroying the bones. There needs to be a healing period in between. And that actually was probably the biggest reason we wouldn't have gone through with the surgery here. Because we believed that the first surgery had already been done, and when it became apparent that it hadn't, I was like, okay, it sounds like we're not really going to do this. All of which was explained to Claire. And it turns out she never even watched the beef.
So you did not ensure that she was informed and understood.
Objection, Your Honor. Bordering on badgering at this point.
Clarification
I can
to his
answer
own
this one, too.
statement.
Give me a sec.
I would like to change my objection to argumentative.
Okay, what was the question?
Did you ensure that Deputy Clear understood the process by watching the video?
Okay, no, I don't believe that question is argumentative.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, go ahead, Roma.
Hello.
No.
JB? Oh yeah, I just got back in town.
Hey, how's it going?
There were guns pointed at you during the explanation of the procedure prior to these events.
Forgive me, can she restate that? I didn't catch that. middle part.
Yeah, Juno, would you mind repeating?
Are you inferring that there were guns pointed at you during the explanation of the process prior to these events?
Objection, Your Honor, confusing? I
am extremely confused.
I understand the question. I can maybe explain it a bit better.
Please.
She's basically trying to figure out when these guns were pointed at Mr. Shack. Was it during the explanation of the surgery, or was it at another point in time?
No, this was before the explanation happened. When it became apparent that Crystal was not in the right state of mind, it was imperative that we have another conversation. Again, the autonomy of the patient is paramount, and her reaction was uncharacteristic in my experiences with her. So again, it became apparent that we needed to have more of a conversation, which was interrupted by the arrival of Bloom and the cavalry.
Did Deputy Clear explain to you why she was uncomfortable?
Yes.
And how did you handle her discomfort?
I spoke to her in as calmly a manner as I could, as a friend. Did so successfully, according to what she said to me.
I'm so very
At any time did she seem incoherent?
Objection, speculation.
Yes, Your Honor.
What's up, what's up? Heard.
No further questions, Your Honor.
How's it going?
Okay, anything for reader?
Bad.
Only a few.
Pretty good.
Okay.
Pretty good. Awesome. Really good. Oh shit.
Mr. Shax.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did any medical
period.
procedure occur
Pretty sure.
on the 27th of November, 2021, on Miss Clear?
No.
Did you ever hold Miss Clear against her will at the property?
No, the opposite, in fact.
Was Miss Clear allowed to leave at any moment?
Yes, which she did, without any contest. Literally didn't even follow her when she left.
Did you place Miss Clear into a dangerous situation?
Placed Miss Clear out of a dangerous situation.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Shax. You may step on down.
At this time, the defense rests, Your Honor.
Okay.
Damn.
In that case, I'm going to go back and deliberate. I don't know how long this one's going to be.
Are we not allowed to do closings, Your Honor?
Oh my goodness. Yep. Sorry, it's been a long one.
Do
Do you guys need a break for closings?
I'm ready whenever prosecution
I
is
would
ready, Your
request a short recess.
Okay, I'll give you guys until 20 minutes too.
Thank you.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
charge you.
How many?
20?
Okay, she fucking lied. I don't know what happened at the very end. I was so fucking confused. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's.
I kind of yelled in my head for about a minute and a half.
About which part?
Toes.
Toes.
Why about toes?
Are you talking
Don't
about
like them.
Oh.
Oh.
Can you imagine how we all feel having to talk about them all the fucking time.
Let me.
I
look
still
over my
can't
questions
believe
real quick,
Bloom
make sure
admitted
it's
to
okay.
that.
I'm
Yeah,
going to
that
check
was
my
gross.
Wait, what? That messed up.
You did
Bloom?
miss it.
He said that he wouldn't mind sucking toes.
What the fuck?
No, that was Thatch, wasn't
Was
it?
it Thatch?
was-
I'm
that
so
was
fucking
Thatch.
tired at this point.
Oh my god.
Either
Yeah, it was
way,
Thatch.
one of the
Wouldn't be
cops
surprised
admitted
if
that they'd
Bloom.
want to suck toes. So you know what?
Fucking Bloom.
No, it
And
was
I
Thatch.
believe then
One of the
It was
pop-ups.
Thatch.
the former mayor said he would he be willing to do anything for his partner, and he said yes,
Thank you.
and then they exchanged phone numbers.
Oh God.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
see,
Sad
I got-
fucks.
We've been here for so long, and I had a therapy appointment in between. So,
Oh god. How long have you guys been here for?
Since 10:30.
yeah,
2
so
hours.
2 hours now.
2 hours, okay.
And
thank
like
God.
in that time, I went to therapy, and was able to come back in, and they were still going.
Holy shit.
And I was gone for like a half hour at my therapy appointment. So,
God damn.
yeah. Okay, so it was Thatch, not Bloom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thatch, that fucking.
I just
pirate
want to make
bastard.
sure that I get my my tea correct. You know.
Does anyone have a sandwich or something?
That way, if I ever get pulled over by him, oh, I got
no.
food. I got food. Do you need water? Because I got
Thank
one
you.
of these snow cones too. Because my daughter apparently can turn into a penguin at will.
Oh
Your
yeah.
daughter?
That's
You have a daughter?
I adopted Daisy. So did Josh.
Oh my god.
But she also has a second father in Wolf, so Wolfie,
Oh.
whatever.
Oh. Daddy
Yeah.
issues.
Talking
I see.
Daisy?
Jesus.
Yeah. Just don't say the P word around her.
What?
What P word?
Poggers.
No, it's Pogchamp.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, don't say PogChamp around her, okay?
Why?
She'll turn into a penguin again.
Oh my god.
And it's gonna be a pain in the butt to undo it. So just please don't.
Okay. Noted.
Honestly, it should have
no
been
PogChamp.
obvious. Yeah, no PogChamp.
No
It should have been obvious to us, but I'm so fucking tired because I was up too late last night thinking about, you know, Bonnie and Clyde. So, you know.
Oh, hey.
Yes, Roman.
Are you guys Pillbot? Or Humane Labs employees too?
No, we're
No.
Opal's friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. We're friends with Opal and Roman.
You'll find out eventually, son.
This. Will you think the verdict will take long? Did the
Well,
did,
they gotta do
cops
closing
have a good side?
statements, and
Yeah.
they want to take 20 minutes for that, and I think I need to go to bed at some point, so...
Yeah, some point soon I do as well.
Awesome.
So we'll see. I don't know.
I'll be here.
At this point, the other lawyer hasn't really been able to get much of a word in because she keeps getting objected. So.
Jesus.
Well, she kept asking leading questions, so you know what? You can't end a question with right,
Right?
Right?
because that's what she kept doing. She was like, this happened, right?
Yeah, it's like a suggestive or some shit like that. I forget how the court terms work.
Is that leading?
Leading.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's leading.
Okay.
Thank you. I haven't been a cop for like fucking 3 months, so I don't remember any of the terms.
Good.
Okay,
Wait,
prosecution, how are
JB,
you?
since when do you have an eye patch?
For like a couple days now.
Okay. I think I just haven't really seen you.
Yeah.
You might need to
probably.
speak up. You know?
You doing alright?
Yeah, I'm chilling.
Is that better?
Yes, thank you.
I believe I'm good to go.
Okay. Be done.
We gotta do verdict.
Oh.
We're just waiting for everybody to come back.
Well, I thought they were doing closing statements.
Are they doing closing statements?
Yeah,
then?
closing statements and then the
You
verdict.
get your
so.
Yeah.
I think
forgive me.
he pretty much has his shit
Okay,
all wrapped
alright.
up.
Oh, yeah.
Right, calling the call back in the session for closings. Prosecution, when you're ready.
during testimony, we heard Cadet Clear state multiple times that she felt uncomfortable and in a sense of immediate danger. The defense has repeatedly asked the defendants if she objected, fought, or struggled against the actions of the defendants. The people would like to point out that and make it clear that the absence of dissent does not create consent. That just because she was unable to object or felt afraid to object does not mean that she consented to the actions brought upon her. She has stated multiple times that she was afraid. During her testimony, she stated that she believed she was receiving new toes, undergoing a medical procedure. She stated that she was drugged during her objections and that made it difficult for her to escape.
No, I don't think one of our aunties is
It does not
for the
matter
people.
the intent of the defendants. It matters the actions. And
That's
the
Juno
actions
Lemieux.
taken
so
by the
confused.
defendants left Cadet Clear in a reduced state, unable to flee or take control of her own decisions. She was reliant upon those who had brought her to the lighthouse and had no choice but to ask for their assistance once the drugs administered rendered her unable to walk. It does not matter if the intentions are good, if the actions create harm. The charges on the docket are accomplice.
I think someone
to
said she's
practicing
new to
medicine without a
prosecution.
license, accomplice to reckless endangerment, an accomplice to kidnapping. There is no doubt that all three individuals who testified tonight worked together in their actions. Just because one does not claim responsibility does not mean that the actions did not happen. And all three assisted each other in the perpetration of the actions that caused Deputy Clear distress and mental anguish. Physical harm is not the only requirement for reckless endangerment. Fear and the threat of harm is enough to endanger a person. And I do believe that tonight it's been proven that Deputy Clear truly believes she was in danger and acted in a way to try and protect herself that put her in further danger because of the actions of the defendants. Thank you, Your Honor.
Trying to do the right thing. You've heard here how three individuals were placed into an incredibly hard situation. We've heard through testimony how not only did Miss Clear come to the property under her own free will, but the procedure that never ended up happening was something that Miss Clear was made fully aware of. We also heard how Miss Hart had nothing to do with any procedure and was just trying to be there for her friend. Mr. Banjo also testified about his degree and lack of need for licensing of his specialty in the state of San Andreas. Through the hectic scene, none of my clients forced Miss Clear to go anywhere. And when she asked to be left to her own devices, they complied, but kept careful watch over her to make sure that nothing occurred to her and tried to calm her down. Not only were they able to do so in the end, but they also lent a hand in making sure she was able to safely make it back up the hillside onto the mainland away from the ocean. When officers arrived, they did not run, they did not fight. They complied and gladly handed Miss Clear into their custody because at the end of the day, they did nothing wrong and only wanted what was best for her. So we arrived back at those three major questions. Was Miss Clear kidnapped by my clients? Not only was she not kidnapped, she came to this property of her own free will and was allowed to leave whenever she wanted. Was a medical procedure done by my clients on Miss Clear on the 27th of November? Through testimony, we have heard that a procedure never actually occurred. Did my clients place Miss Clear in immediate harm? We've heard that Miss Clear may have been put into harm's way, but this was by her own devices. My clients tried all they could to help Miss Clear in any way they could without forcibly constraining her beyond her wishes. I'm fearful for what may have happened if something or someone else had been there. Would Miss
Thank
Clear
you
have
for
been able to
following
make
Rob
it
the
back to the
Gamer.
mainland? Would Miss Clear have had her wishes obliged to be
know,
allowed to
I'm the
choose what
theme.
she wanted to happen in that situation? I do not believe she would have. And I am honestly happy Miss Clear had Mr. Shax, Dr. Banjo, and Miss Hart there to help her through this distressing time. We've asked for the courts to bring back a not guilty on all charges and let the misguided wrongs be turned into rights. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you guys. With that, now I'm going to put the court into recess and go back and deliberate.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to stay awake for the verdict.
Good. Yeah, that's all right. I'll
Well, I
email
think
it.
you did a very good job.
Go to bed.
Do you want me to
Meow.
drop you off?
Meow.
I mean,
Meow.
I'm
This
probably
case
gonna stay
went on
a
for
bit,
about an
but-
hour longer
You're
than I
just
thought
at
it would.
the fun part at the end.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they sat here for the boring part and then they're gonna leave before they find out.
Well, no, I'm gonna try to
what you
stay
call
awake for the
edgy.
verdict,
Did they come
but
up with deliberation or not yet?
I'm gonna try to stay awake for it.
What about closing arguments?
Yeah,
Closing
closing
argument.
Closing argument.
Ah, you guys did it? Okay, awesome.
Yeah, sorry, bestie. Alright, I'm going out there to check my phone.
Yeah, let's head out
That's
into
a good
the.
idea. I should probably do that too.
Neil,
Whoop.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Calm down.
Huh?
Honestly, I think you have it in the bag.
Oh, 100%. But
Oh,
I never did
absolutely.
anything in the first place, so I'm not shocked, you know? The thing is that I don't know how you kidnap someone who was there when you arrived.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, that's.
like if I'm at someone's house and you pull up to the house after being invited, you're now kidnapping someone.
Apparently, like
much sense.
that is the precedent they'd be
Literally what
setting
happened.
with a
That's what- yeah,
guilty
so
verdict.
She was already there, and I didn't even know she was gonna be there when I arrived. And somehow I kidnapped her without even knowing she was there.
Is she even here?
Yeah, Crystal. Yeah, she's here. She just testified. Yeah.
Okay. Do you need some food? Have you been in court all day?
Oh, Sophia just
starving?
helped me out.
Okay.
Sophia's the best. She's
Oh,
like
God, where's
literally
John and
helped me
Daisy
so
up
much
to?
today. She got my
Don't drink
business
the
license approved.
Penguin
She
fish
gave me emotional
juice.
support.
Hell yeah.
She gave me
That's
food
what's up.
in court. Sophia's such a mum.
That hair is amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
I love that. You know what? There's like cute new PJs in town. I'm about to go get them on and wear them because it's my birthday and I want to wear pajamas.
Happy birthday!
Thank you.
Wait, Yellow Jack is
Technically, it's
open?
not till tomorrow, winking, you know?
Who?
The bar up in Sandy Shores,
I mean,
Yellow
it's
Jack.
the 14th, but back in Australia it's my birthday, so I'm just saying it's my birthday.
Hey,
Never been there.
guess what? Since the city goes by Eastern, I believe. Happy birthday. Or by
Oh, it is
51
my
minutes.
birthday now. Okay, everyone can tell me happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
and also
I mean,
like
it
the
definitely
train was
hasn't
shit
been
for literally
boring.
everyone. I mean, yeah, I at least had something to do. So otherwise I was probably living crying in my house alone.
And hey, your business got approved today.
Mm-hmm.
That's a plus. That's a positive. It's a big deal.
Yeah, I'm excited. I could hire all of you. Who wants to be hired? I have a business I can hire
Hell
people
yeah.
for.
I want. Oh wait, I was technically one of the
Already
first
hired.
ones hired, I think. So
Yeah,
you know.
so I've literally run into people. I'm like, what's your state ID? I'm hiring you. Because I can.
Well, technically, I was an employee before.
Well, do you want to be hired?
Yes, absolutely. 19646. I'm gonna have so many jobs for myself.
Hello, how's it going?
I know.
Oh
I
my
need to get
God.
fired from a couple. I wish you could quit. You know, like you have to talk.
That would
to
be
someone to
nice.
have them
Yeah,
fire
it'd
you.
be nice if you could even if it just sent them an email saying like an employee has
Yeah.
requested to be removed or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like,
that's a
here's the
good
thing,
idea.
right? Anyone with your state ID can just hire you onto their
Yeah,
business.
I noticed that because like
Yep.
literally Sophia is like, by the way, I hired you. I'm like, oh.
I just noticed that too. She just hired me
yeah,
too.
yeah, she just hired us. Do you know what? I went from the other day having just a light in the dark, and now I have 5 jobs. It's because people just
That's
hire
what's
me
up.
for shit.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
you're-
Well,
you're
technically,
making
I'm
moves.
also an assistant for Roman. That's not
Oh,
on
yeah, that's
this
right.
app. Yeah. I was gonna
Yeah, well,
apply
I
to
might
Uber
end up
'cause they were
having another
hiring for
job
DJ
soon
now.
too.
Oh, really?
Mm.
What are you looking at?
Yeah. I'm working with someone on something.
Ooh.
Mm.
Okay, yeah, well, I was telling you before about that event for, like, Sugar Daddy's +1 in VU.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be fun. I'm really excited. I need to make some products for it to be exclusive items or something. It's like, I don't know how far you can take it with VU, you know, because I know they've got to be careful what they do. The city.
Right, right.
With the view.
Yeah. Here I am about to make like dick chocolates, but I know I can't.
I
you
mean,
know?
they sell edible panties and like ball gags and stuff.
Oh really?
True.
Where do they sell that? In and out or?
Well, technically they could sell.
I am
Oh
so
my
sorry,
God.
Ed. I'm. Do you want to end it beautiful? I'm so sorry. You said edible panties and I got excited.
You know who I haven't seen around in forever?
It's a Band-Aid.
In and
Oh, I
out.
think you need to jump.
Thank you.
Who?
Like, I haven't seen In and Out
got
with
a
open
spider.
forever.
I was very excited. Okay. I'm so tired standing around here. Can they hurry up and just tell me that I'm free to go? I'm not guilty. I know that's what's happening.
If you're
I don't
not
know
found
how-
not guilty, I'm gonna be
I know,
shocked.
right? I'd be like, how on earth did I do this? I literally didn't. Promise you. Fuck me. If I did it, I wouldn't be so pressed about it. Oh, I have a bunch of materials on this shit.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna go do some yoga real quick. I'm all stressed out, you know.
Do you want to join? I've got heaps. Yeah? Is that better than yoga?
Sure.
How long do you think it's gonna take the judge to determine
That's
the
too beautiful.
verdict?
I don't know, man. Are they going to read it without
who
me in
knows?
there?
Mm.
They should.
Should I go back in?
Hopefully a quick one.
Probably. So.
Let's
That-
just see what's going
I
on.
can't have my. Do you know what I'm going to do? Go stand in the metal detector so I can be on my phone and still hear it. I don't know. I might.
Okay, cool. Cool. So that's happening.
Yeah, I got 3 of my own businesses approved today. So yeah.
Holy shit.
Yep.
Holy
Today
fuck.
was a good day.
Sophia's on
What's up?
fire.
The glasses are kind of weird, but the rest is fine.
Yeah.
Hey, happy birthday.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
Maybe like some aviators.
Yeah,
like
of course.
Our best friend right
Aviators
here.
would
No.
definitely
Been
make it
so
a lot
long, I've
better,
fallen
and
asleep.
I don't think
I've never
black
stood
shoes
long.
fit. I think
Stood
you should
so
have gone
long.
with a gray shoe.
I just want to walk around right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I can see that.
Yeah, I've been falling asleep here too.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's very Hi JB. Oh my god, I can't believe I didn't even come say hi to you. Sorry, I'm just so random.
Not
How
for
was
you.
your flight? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm back. You know, when I was a cop, I avoided court cases all as
Yeah, it's boring as fuck.
Fuck them.
Where'd you go on holiday to?
Nebraska.
Nebraska. Oh, okay.
It's a place filled with corn.
Cool.
There's
You
a
know
lot
what?
of corn
I
there.
love that song.
Corn in a
by
very
Lady
specific
Gaga.
dairy farm.
She goes,
Yes.
Nebraska, Nebraska, I love you.
Yeah, what?
You
Alright.
and I. You know that song? What? You should look it up. You and I. Lady Gaga.
I just really hope the verdict comes back in like the
I
next
know,
few minutes.
I am starting to
Veronica,
get
go
sleepy.
to bed. We will just email you.
Bed.
No, I want to be here for the verdict.
I'll drag her.
Listen, don't the news broadcast verdicts in this town?
Depends on the.
Do you want me to
court
open
case.
my eyes so you can
Go
watch
to-
it, Veronica?
Yeah.
My eyes are open, so.
Yeah, go to bed
yeah.
and just get the
Go to bed and you
know,
can
the
just
news.
watch the
news.
drone footage later.
Did someone just yell fire? What the hell?
What the fuck
Can
is it?
Pillbot even like charge you with contempt?
What happened?
No, Pillbot cannot.
an officer.
I didn't know that. I'm a layperson.
Oh.
That's what I thought.
You contempt this dick. Oh!
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Told him.
Yeah, that's not going in my happy journal.
Happy
Nope.
journal.
Yeah, my happy journal. It's a
If
therapy
you want
thing.
one. Yeah.
Is Pillbot the ship of Theseus?
The what?
Kind of. You know,
Because
there was
he's
a
still
fan
in
theory that
the
Pillbot
parts,
is me
right?
sent back in
So
time.
is he still the same Pillbot?
Hmm.
His weapon.
I doubt it's gonna. It's not gonna take an hour. It is not.
No verdict can take an hour.
No.
Absolutely
I
not.
imagine this will take 5 to 10 minutes. Honestly. I doubt it's gonna take too long.
I certainly hope not.
I know. It's okay if you kind of pass out standing up. I'll take you home.
I don't plan on it, but thank you.
That's pretty base.
Hey, I fell asleep in bed last night. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty damn base.
Uh-huh. Granted, I was talking like I was fucking Bonnie
no,
Parker.
We weren't on the phone.
You weren't on the phone?
We weren't on the
No.
phone.
What, did the batteries die?
Maybe.
Ha ha ha. No, we were just. I was having a hard time falling asleep, so I started talking like Bonnie Parker. Like Bonnie and Clyde, Bonnie Parker. It was really funny. Hey, I'm gonna need.
Northern sound like a southern.
I'm gonna need you to get in that there car. But I think today was a good day, all things considered.
Good. Good. Glad to hear it.
Yeah, I said a lot, but not a lot to Bob at the same time, you know?
Mm-hmm. That's okay.
Kinda.
You can have him conduct him again.
Kind of just start with the recent stuff, you know?
Right.
He asked, is there anything in particular that made you want to drink? And I was like, well, it was my cousin's birthday, and that hits hard because he died in
Okay.
that accident. I didn't exactly go into the specifics of the accident,
Right.
because, the whole,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
totally wasn't me driving during that accident.
Yep. Totally.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I totally did not do what I was accused of doing.
Not at all.
Nope. My ex-wife's family totally didn't buy off a judge. Nope, nope, nope.
Nope.
I don't know.
Nope. I'm totally not terrified of my ex-wife coming to the city. Nope.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. And I doubt she'd show up under her actual given name, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, always on my toes.
It'll be fine.
Well, last I heard, she was in federal lockup for the next, like, 50 years, so...
Oh, dang. Okay. They actually caught her? Oh,
I
right,
mean,
of course, you did. Yeah, right, you
that-
had a part in that. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Right, forgot about that.
Yeah.
I didn't forget, I'm just sleepy.
Yeah, federal lockup, 50 years.
Nice.
Surely, like, they froze all her family's assets, like, and shit, so there's no way she would have gotten out.
No, not at all.
Oh, Raina's here.
Oh, hey, Gary, what's up?
The law. The long dick of the law.
Baby, when the hell did you get back?
15 minutes ago.
Excuse me? Oh, I thought you said someone else. Never mind. I thought you said Phoebe, and I'm like, who the fuck is
The fuck? Oh my god.
I thought she was talking to me, and I'm like, what?
You might need to like, put on a band-aid or something.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I got ejected from a
Yeah.
earlier. There's not much I can do about it.
Gotcha.
So, how do you become
How you doing, Raina?
How do you become a paralegal?
They come back when I left. No, damn it.
From
I
day
was
one?
hoping.
Yeah, I attended the last ever.
What's up?
I was hoping if I left, they'd come back because they usually have.
Happy birthday, by the way, friend.
Thank you, Raina.
I just took a very long vacation.
I'm excited
we have
because
good news.
Raina.
Oh, what?
Yeah, somebody asked me.
So do you have
I work.
No.
So, we may or may not have gotten a grand total for
would get in contact
Everything
with.
What the hell?
One of them.
Make a
was
judge.
Three businesses and sugar daddies.
Wait, why
It's an open relationship, and you've been invited to a threesome, so don't give me
Because I have the event company, I have a farming
You literally
thing, and
never
I have
called
a
me.
beef
My name's
thing.
Gary, by the way.
I just
Literally
sorry. I
after
just
the
need
last
to
time
tell
we were at a
Roman.
court case, you came up and like, oh, this is the man I'm gonna
Oh, I
bang.
think I talked to
You
you.
remember that?
Oh, son.
Talking about. You talking to Bloom?
Oh God.
The law is never ending and never
I
tiring.
had to do some assisting over there.
Good assist.
I'm a good assistant, telling him to shut the fuck up.
Wait, is that Odessa?
No, that's Jenny.
Can I please? Can I
She's
get?
what?
Fucking Bloom.
My bestie I've met once and then now fell in
Hey,
We didn't do anything wrong. I know it.
love. Literally.
Oh my god, can we please get the
You
verdict?
especially. I mean, maybe me.
Can we please get the verdict? This has
Maybe,
almost been a 3-hour court case.
Maybe the professor, but not you. All you did is hold
Imagine-
someone's
Added on
hand.
to a few cases.
Oh my god, there's
Bada
so much
bing,
talking.
bada boom.
I'm laying down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's loud in here.
Imagine you show up
Sophia dead.
as an assistant, and then all of a sudden you're a felon, and you have no idea what is even happening. Because that's literally what just happened.
Yeah.
Did you have
Or
any
criminal.
criminal record before this?
I know, right? It's almost an Ollie.
Yeah, like nothing. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably get one in the next couple of days.
Does that really mean it's harder for you?
No, you're fine. I started fucking crashing during the end, which is why my
we
objections
have-
got so
if
fucking
we-
sloppy. I'm not
We
gonna
don't
lie.
have this. I was like, so.
No.
Oh, you guys
There's
have it.
literally no
You
way.
have it.
No way. Genuinely.
Imagine. he
No,
comes out
that's
and he's like,
Jenny
"You're
on the
guilty."
mic. Oh my
Guilty of
God.
both charges. What the
Yeah, I
fuck?
forgot
That would be
Yes,
literally
she's a
the
lawyer.
biggest plot twist in history.
It
Guilty.
would be.
It's hard
Sophia?
to get guilty of all charges, man.
What's up?
Mm-hmm.
Can you
Actually,
see if
the-
I have a record?
especially kidnapping. I did not kidnap anyone.
also
I
check
swear.
the pub.
I
Yeah,
can literally just do
that's-
it here.
There is
That's
no way I
shitty.
kidnapped anyone.
2808.
I woke up and I
Considering
have
she
like,
was there, standing next to you when I arrived.
What, JP?
Mind you, I didn't even have a
You
vehicle.
have
I was dropped
Yeah.
off by someone.
Wait.
So I don't know how I kidnapped her.
I would,
It's a good thing.
if there's no kidnapping, I can't
I mean,
imagine
you
that
have a
one.
profile, but you don't have a
It was
record.
so funny.
The medical without a license is the only thing that might.
Well, I mean, everybody
in a
in the
million
city
years.
has
It's
a profile,
prosecution. No, not
Yeah.
everyone in the city has a profile. That is false.
I mean, we'll see.
I've never
Have a
seen
profile in the following situations. One,
Yeah,
you've
we'd
had
be
an
the first
interaction
people
with
to
law
see.
enforcement.
Oh.
2, you have gotten a license.
Yeah, literally.
People
the
that
first
never
people
get
to see.
licenses and never interact with law enforcement don't have profiles.
How do you not get a license in
I
the
didn't
city?
know that.
But we'll see.
Well, driver's license doesn't count.
Hello.
Hi. Oh my god, can this be over? I want to go and hang out with people.
No, he gave some.
Bye.
I spent my whole birthday with none of my friends in town, and now they're all here, and it's like bedtime.
It's your birthday. Happy
Yeah.
Check
birthday.
the phone real quick.
It's
Hey.
well,
Such
birthday.
a fun day for me.
Poor
Oh,
birthday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry about that.
So
Yeah.
during the cross, he kept opening the fucking skirt. I wanted him to answer very plain and.
Oh my god, what the fuck's taking so
call
long?
back the prosecution. And he just kept
I couldn't do court shit, man. I really
I know,
can't.
right?
I
know,
thought
right?
about, I've thought about like doing every
I think
single
I'm gonna
job in the
swear it
city
off
at one
for
point
at
or
least a
another.
few months.
But like, I could never be a lawyer.
Trust me, I was as well.
Yeah, that's definitely a job I would not be able to do either.
You heard
I
my
have the
conversation
attention
with
span of a
Veronica,
toddler.
like I'm on thin
Yeah.
ice.
You are much better than her, however.
Hey, she's been here the whole time.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
and-
Desperately
and-
trying to not move, because all I want to do is run around in circles.
Hello, Pillbot. How's it going?
Dude, if this is, I'm checking my phone again. Fuck. Philbot, I love you. You're the best person in the whole city. Bye.
Not enough room to spit.
My phone when I came in.
I was making an attempt.
I know, but there's not enough room.
I'm making enough room.
Strap 'em in, strap 'em in.
Pick it up. Same bandwidth.
I'll spin.
The only thing's missing is being on the phone.
Right, that's what I'm saying, and they don't let us.
Well, it's not that they won't let us, it's that the court won't let us.
Oh, they said they can't leave, so we can't stay on the phone.
Really?
Yes.
You can also just walk around.
Dean's World.
Oh, damn.
This is done. He's super funny. Semolina, you're
Oh my
here for
god.
the
Oh,
very
boy.
Lord Chiller.
Oh my god, I can't see her.
Oh my
You can't see
god.
me.
Okay,
Look, here, hold on,
step
hold.
back in.
Oh, give me a second.
I had to change Daisy's contact.
Oh, hey, Scarlett, or should I say Ariel?
Aww.
Okay, quick question. Anybody have a joint? I went hunting
Nope.
today and I'm stressed.
I do in my car.
Oh, okay, thank you.
I got a bunch
Oh
of fat
god,
fish.
my eyes. Thank you so much.
I just want to know the verdict.
Vivi, come here.
What?
Listen, I wanted to tell you
yesterday when we were looking at tattoos, I found a perfect sister tattoo. If you're willing to get one, because I know you don't have money, it's a love lock.
Are you serious?
Yes. Yes,
Oh.
I'm not joking. I literally showed this to Raina and I said, I found our sister tattoo.
Hell
And she
yeah.
said, we have to wait for you so that we can all get it together. And, you know, we haven't had a chance because I had a really shitty ticket into the city. So,
Yeah.
you know, I really wanted to get it today.
Oh my
I'm
god!
so sorry!
Charlotte! Not Charlotte! Scarlett! Jesus Christ! Oh, my brain.
Here you go.
My brain is so bad right now.
Oh god. Opal.
So here's the deal, right? I know someone named Charlotte with an S, and my brain just flipped everything.
Daddy's a business. Congratulations to you too, JB. Holy shit.
Yeah, we you business dog.
Hell yeah. That's insane. I'm so fucking happy for you guys. Oh, what's... Is it the...
Event planning.
That's the event company.
That's the... Okay. I just opened my phone to... Yeah, I was. Yeah, we were changing to go hunting. Oh, we did? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I'll talk about it later. But yeah.
Wait, so have they done the verdict yet for your... how
No,
far
we're
have you guys
waiting.
gone into the...
That's why I'm awake
You're
still.
about to get the tea.
Oh,
We're about to
okay,
find
okay.
out that I am not guilty of all charges.
Hey.
Go to bed.
No.
Waited this long, right?
What's so long?
Some of us have got people to see on our birthday.
For winter formal.
Yeah, sorry I didn't really get a lot done today. There was an incident
no,
with
you're fine.
Daisy and...
Oh,
Been an
what
off
happened
day.
with my favorite niece?
Is Daisy okay?
She drank dumb penguin bitch juice and turned into a penguin. Don't say the word PogChamp around her. And don't tell Arabella either. I swear to God, Sam, don't you dare.
Now I kind of want to.
Oh,
Yeah,
are you okay?
I'm gonna attempt it. I won't say it
Why
for
are
your
we-
sake.
Why are we standing around the bathroom?
Also,
do you need to use it,
You know what?
Josh?
Okay,
No,
come here,
I'm
come
just
here.
wondering why we're all standing. Okay, I'm just.
I was literally just standing here waiting.
Anyways,
Anyways.
yeah. We wanna. He wants us to chat in here. We'll chat in here. Whatever. Cases. Anyways, so dumb bitch penguin juice.
Yeah, I don't know. She was watching a bunch of penguin documentaries, and we went to Romans, and I probably shouldn't say this with the current court case and all, but you know, tried a procedure, didn't work. Turns out all you had to do is say PogChamp to turn her back, but also PogChamp will turn her into a penguin. It's weird.
Okay.
And then we came here.
Question: who gave her the dumb
I
bitch
have
penguin juice?
no idea.
Excuse me, sir. This is the
Period.
women's
What
bathroom.
the fuck?
Scared the shit out of
Get
me.
out. Carry on. Carry out.
What the fuck? It's the women's room.
Rude.
What the fuck,
Rude.
Karen?
So rude, man. So rude.
But
anyways, so who
and
gave her
then-
the juice?
I have no idea. She was with Giuseppe, and someone Rowan kept calling Blue. Blue, yeah. Don't know if that was her name, but Wolfie was also there, so she had all of her parents, you know.
Oliver. Oh yeah, who's her second dad?
Wolfie.
Who I have no idea.
Yeah,
who that
I-
is. I'll just nod and say yes.
Uh-huh. And then we came here, and then I had an appointment to keep, and then I came back in. So.
Okay. Well, I hope your day went well, though. I mean,
Yeah,
my day hasn't been sitting on
It
a
was
stupid train.
busy. I was hoping to get stuff done
Right.
for the formal, but because Adonis was awake, but then Daisy kind of took precedence and all that, you know, because daughter.
I mean, it's your daughter. I don't blame you.
And
Yeah,
then
it's whatever.
obviously coming and supporting up with the court case, especially because not very many of us were awake.
Mm-hmm.
True.
I mean, I did have to dip after her testimony, but I was back within like a half hour, so.
Wait, what? Say that again? Sorry, my
Oh,
ears kind
I had to dip for like a half hour to go take care of something with someone.
Okay.
Oh god.
Well, what's wrong, Sam?
Oh no, I just had the sudden urge to look at the door for some reason.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it Garion?
Yeah, just in case he's gonna come back, I'll fight him, you know.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So listen. So Ash knows about the sister tattoo too. So if you're gonna go to bed soon, possibly we should get it tomorrow if we're all in the city. Also, hi, Auntie.
Yeah, sure.
Hello.
Sure.
Oh, so this is
Get
what
the
you're talking
best
about.
tattoo.
I was right.
Also,
what?
Bob mentioned something about maybe the sisters doing therapy together.
Oh, okay.
What are you doing?
I'm leaning on Sophia.
You're literally nowhere near me.
I don't know what you're
Very
talking about.
awkwardly.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
it looks like you're getting ready to shove someone's face in your armpit.
But
I'm going to the
are they
bathroom. Get out.
are they ready for the verdict yet?
Not from what I see.
Ugh, Jesus Christ.
Anyways, what were you saying about Bob
Oh.
Moss?
Bob said, you know, it might be beneficial for us to have like a group therapy session.
Can
I mean,
be
I'm
honest
down.
Right here with you sisters, I don't really like therapists.
Neither do
Fair.
I, but sometimes they're beneficial.
Listen, I love Bob, but I don't know if I would ever.
I mean, you could go to a different one than Bob. There are others.
I mean, there was one that Suki referred me to, but then apparently
Hey, Charlie, what's up?
against people's will, forced them to do something. So.
Oh,
Hello?
that's yikes.
Okay, well, there's 3 that I can refer
Hello?
you to that I would trust.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Bob is
Hey,
the one.
Charlie, I can't hear you.
You know what though, V? For the family, I will. Maybe. Who knows? I don't know. Think about it.
Yeah.
Well, listen,
'cause-
it's related to what I've told you before.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of people that have been forcing me to cope with situations, and I would prefer. Let me think about it, okay?
Yeah, I mean, no rush. I mean, look at how long it took me to talk to Bob. Which, you know, that may or may not be what I was doing.
Oh, okay. I mean, no judgment. It's your time, you know.
Yeah. Only took like 2 months, but it happened.
Hey, but at least you did it, you know.
Yeah. And, you know, it was pretty enlightening. He told me to, you know, keep a happiness journal.
Oh, that's cute.
Ooh, okay.
I should start keeping a journal, guys. I have such goldfish memory, man.
Yeah, like he said, you know, to keep a journal where I just kind of write down the things that make me happy.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Because, you know,
Cool.
instead of drinking and shit and I kind of asked Josh last night if we were toxic for each other.
Oh, okay. How did that go?
You know, it went, we had a long talk and all that. I may have almost made a rash decision last night. I was...
oh my god, Charlie. You're
Ash
so
is
fast.
awake.
I have a bike.
I
Oh,
almost
true.
went to the house and almost
doing?
cleaned out all my stuff to move back into my apartment last night.
Yeah, you're too impulsive.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad that you talked to him and that didn't end up happening.
Yeah. Because I got in my head and I was like, oh no, like, maybe I should just go back to the apartment for a bit. And really glad I didn't. And then I talked to Bob and all that.
I'm glad you didn't either, and I am so happy that you went to go and talk to him. I'm so proud of you, V.
Yeah. Well, it's overdue.
I mean, us being as stubborn as we are, I'm so proud.
Right?
Yeah, I'm really glad you went and talked to him.
Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, part of me does think I'm poison for Josh, but I think
I just saw that this toilet's here. I'm not trying to eavesdrop. I just realized.
Oh, you're good.
Wow, sorry.
did people not know you could come in here?
I don't think they did.
Did they think that the door was locked?
Yeah, but no, I'm really proud of you. I'm so proud.
I feel
it's
like
not an easy thing to do therapy, and I know you
Yeah.
know.
Oh,
and I know.
100%, yeah.
Yeah.
They're back in session.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
oh
There,
yeah.
there. Okay.
Let's go.
Go.
Prosecution, you ready? Okay, defense, are you guys ready? Alright. Is another yes?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Alright, let's call the court back into session. Now, today we have heard the appeal for Benjamin Banjo and Opal Hart for incident number 28934. Firstly,
Thank you
the
for the
easiest charge of them all.
follow.
Mr. Banjo, you were charged with possession of bands of notes and small bands of notes. You pled guilty, and you are going to be found guilty. Now, another charge I believe to be incredibly clear-cut. Deputy Clear testified that she knew what this entire scenario was about. She was going to get her toes. She knew who she was meeting and where. And I believe she was of sound mind and not of any duress while making this decision. And as such, I will be finding Miss Hart not guilty of kidnapping of a government employee.
Yes. Hell
Now,
yeah.
I want to make this
There you
very
go.
clear to the
Yes.
prosecution that even if Deputy Clear was taken against her consent, as she was not acting in her capacity as an officer, as she testified herself, she was even unable to come on duty, this charge would not fit the circumstances, and only regular kidnapping would have fit the scenario at hand.
Really?
Now, on to the bigger charges we're all actually here for. Firstly, accomplice to practicing medicine without a license. Now, we only actually have one testimony to go on of what happened in that room, and then several scraps where we can infer what happened, but not draw complete conclusions. Deputy Clear is the only person who testified as to what happened in that room directly, and that she was put under some form of anesthetic. Jax testified that for some reason she was having issues walking and that her feet were numb. Mr. Shax's statement in the report also states that, quote, we had given her an anesthetic. Do I believe a procedure had started? Yes, I do. Do I believe anyone in that room had a license recognized by our state? No, I do not. But does this make both Opal and Banjo an accomplice? Banjo knew the surgery was going to happen. It was required for him to complete his step of the prosthetic. And as such, I will be finding him guilty. But what about for Miss Hart? In my opinion, this one was actually a harder one. Both Miss Hart, Miss Clear, and Mr. Shax testified that Miss Hart was there to comfort Miss Clear throughout the entire procedure. Miss Hart and Miss Clear both testified that Miss Hart had tried to encourage her to stay as well after she had expressed doubt. And while she wasn't forced against her will, this encouragement did lead her to go further with the procedure than I believe she would have otherwise. And as such, Miss Hart, I will be finding you guilty as well.
What the fuck?
What?
Now, firstly, reckless endangerment. Oh, sorry, finally, reckless endangerment. Now, I'm going to try painting this in the best possible light for the defendant. Today, we've had Mr. Shax state that if anybody on his team feels that a patient wants to leave, they are allowed to do so. Mr. Shax and Mr. Banjo both testified that Miss Clear did attempt to leave the procedure once it started getting more, and I'm going to paraphrase, real. They then followed her after she was gone for a few minutes on the phone, and when they found her crawling and then swimming off to the lighthouse. Mr. Shax then stated he had to carry her back up the stairs to the house with her consent. And He then said, while giving his testimony, we were going to show the GIF again, as I don't think she watched it. Now, Mr. Shax, you're still in the room, correct? Yep, I can see you back there. I'm going to be addressing you directly. I know you're not a defendant in this case, but I'm going to start by quoting your own often cited work back at yourself, the Nuremberg Code. The first point reads as follows. The person involved should have the legal capacity to give consent, and should be situated as to be able to exercise free power of choice, without the intervention of any element of force, fraud, deceit, or duress, overreaching, or other ulterior form of constraint or coercion, and should have sufficient knowledge and comprehension of the elements of the subject matter. Your own testimony contradicts your company's apparent morals. You made the worst attempt of effort I've ever seen at informed consent in my history of time practicing law in our state. I am seriously considering putting in a protest to pull your business license. This is literally the second sentence of the code you cited so many times. But don't worry, have you read point 8? Let me read that one for you as well. The experiment should only be conducted by scientifically qualified persons. The highest degree of skill and care should be required through all stages of the experiment, those who conduct or engage in the experiment. Nobody in this room was a licensed professional. Nobody. For reckless endangerment, you don't need to have ill intent. That's what makes it reckless. This entire surgery was the most inherently reckless act I've ever seen, especially involving feet. An ill-informed patient trying to leave a scene, instead being subtly coerced back in by people she considered friends. Both Mr. Banjo and Mrs. Hart, even if you weren't directly acting in the endangerment, your inaction speaks louder than any testimony you had given here today. You are both found guilty on both counts. That is the ruling of this court. Thank you.
What the fuck?
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 How could they do this?
What the fuck? Hello?
Anyway.
At least you already served your time.
Opal.
Opal, you cannot leave.
Just 1 second.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Opal, come up here.
Huh?
Opal, you just need to be refunded for the charge that was taken.
Yeah, what the fuck?
You got the biggest charge cut off.
I mean, thing is, it's like, it's literally my birthday and I just want to fucking leave, so can I leave? Hurry up.
Okay, yeah, sure. You can just leave it. Bye.
What the fuck
Can I go?
did she get
Yeah, you
practicing
can just
make a license?
Right.
What the fuck? How? No.
How?
No,
How did that charge stick?
Oh, you said you should probably stay. What the fuck?
I'm ending the
How the fuck
stream.
does that make sense?
I really wish I was here for the